Oh no, I hear my echo. That's okay, that's just part of getting everything ready at the beginning of Kusogrande, the bad video game tournament. I'm Brosencha, just trying to get everything captured. Gotta catch 'em all. No, everything's captured, trying to get all this announcement, blah blah blah. You know how it goes. I gotta announce crap. Gotta announce butts. Hi butts, it's me, Brosencha. Hi, Brosencha. I'm Butts. Yeah, I know your butts. Oh, I know your butts. Okay, and then post a this. We're gonna be live for about 4 hours, and if not, then it means somebody assassinated me. Scary. We don't want assassins here. Crown Clutch, good to see ya. Hazel Shade as well. Hedge Maze, thanks for the sub. Radama Ford says, hey. Hey! Oh, it's the sound of me getting a makeover. Anybody want to do a makeover for me? Give me pretty eyes? Oh my gosh, based off of the picture that I've got here on Discord, my eyes are too big! Too big! Hey, Hedge Maze and Lupine One, I do appreciate the subs. Mwah, 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 mwah. Why am I making mwah, mwah sounds? Because I can. By the way, I think that I'm trying to... I don't know how it works on YouTube, because we're doing YouTube streams these days. I think there's membership. I don't know, or people can send super stickers. That's okay. Like, YouTube is still in the course of growing and figuring it out, but... Like, I'm glad that we're able to have multi-streams these days, because as much as I love Twitch, every once in a while they do something stupid. Luckily, haven't done that lately. Yeah. Oh no, Twitch says I'm not streaming in vertical. Oh, wouldn't that be nuts if I just changed the screen to be vertical right now? Can I rotate? I'm not doing that on OBS. Never mind. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, yeah, YouTube growing, but as Chiron says, keep an eye on those kids. You'll be hearing a lot from them someday. The thing is, like, here's the deal. Twitch makes choices that are big dumbs, and then YouTube makes choices that are a little dumb, but less often. But because it's been over the course of several years, it feels like it's just a drip-a-dum. Drip-a-dum. Dimmadome? I don't know. I've had a good week, though. Luckily, I'm a little more fluent in the English language since Wednesday, when I was, like, butchering every other word that I was saying. I mean, that's how we end up with Crown Clutch to begin with. Blech. Just the word murder. But yeah, what have I done? Oh, this past week, I've been taking a break from NES development because, you know, you need a break every once in a while. People call it a development cycle. And the next cycle starts on Monday because I need to get ready. I'm showcasing the game at Anthro Weekend, Utah, which is literally 5 minutes from where I live. And it's gonna be fun. First time that I get to sit down at a convention, show off the game. So the next 2 weeks we'll be focusing on adding a little bit more music, possibly some more mechanics, depending on if we have graphics, more levels. I don't know if we're gonna have more level types, but I'm gonna see. At the very least, it's going to be shaping up the current version. We got a lot of feedback at GDQ from people who tried it there about some of the physics, so I will be tightening those up until they feel about right. Because I kind of like the way that they feel right now, especially with the base character. It feels a little bit like Mario 3, but it turns out Mario 3 physics feel a little slippery for a lot of people. What can you say? Things have improved since Mario 3, you know? But there are some other things. I want to make the physics on level 3. Mazian, for sure, I will... Wait. I don't know what reference that is, but sure, I'll do it. I'll tighten up the physics on level 3. Transitions are another thing that I want to do. Yeah, NES development is so much fun, but there are a bazillion things I could do right now. I'm particularly excited for when we get to new level types. Finished testing that game yet, you say, Crown Clutch? You need another one designed? Are you ready to pay? Because I'd be happy to do that. Unironically, if anybody does have a paid project in mind, you don't have to pay me a lot, but a little bit is nice. You can pay me a lot and keep all the rights, or you can pay me little, and then we share the rights or something like that. Yeah, see? See? That's how it can work. With that said, Crown Clutch, I'm a little bit scared about what you might want designed. Crappy, how about you take us on over? What are you gonna do to this idea from Crown Clutch? No, don't go talk to the Demolition Man. No, bad Crappy. Bad Crappy. You can't just demolish everything that you want. Ugh. That is crappy for you. Well, everybody, we have 3 matches today, a little less than usual. Tomorrow we've got 4. So definitely a busy weekend. A lot of crap. A lot of people getting eliminated. And who is the first up to bat giving a game? Say hello to our dear GM and friend, Omega Number. You know what? If you order the numbers in reverse, and they're the whole numbers, the Omega Number would just be 0, right? Yeah. Hey, Omega Number, welcome!
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent today, and I was finally able to give this game out, so I'm pretty excited about that, too.
Yeah, honestly, I've never heard of this game. I know that I've heard of the system because we've had it a couple times, but it's definitely a home computer that most people do not know these days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's in the Kuso9 pack. It is actually an emulator that everyone ought to already have and know about, but...
Oh, yeah.
Just like Journey to the Center of the Earth not being tested, and somebody might not have tested it, which is fine.
Was this game included in the testing?
No.
Well, then, there wouldn't have been a veto.
They wouldn't have seen this game. Yeah, I think it comes with the bunny game. What's that one called?
Oh yeah. Bunny Race or something like that. The one that Jeff XVX gave out a while ago, and also made a tool so that you can make your own bunny levels. It's great. I'm glad that there's actually been some work done in order to make stuff for the game. It's silly.
Anyway, today's game is Galactic Dan for the Acorn Archimedes.
I don't see a single Dan on screen, but maybe there is. We'll find out in a little bit because the players are going to have 1 full hour to try to make as much progress as they can. Whoever does, of course, will take the victory. Whoever doesn't only gets 2 points. But considering how many points the players have, no one is getting eliminated. We will have a pretty fierce battle on Dan's battlefield, I suppose. And here, our 4 players are Hello Allison, Julo Ninja one more time, and someone 3255. So during this match, pay attention. If we say someone, we might not just be talking about a random person. We might be talking specifically about player number 4 here. People are already commenting that there is 3D in this. Acorn Archimedes is a home computer, and let me just tell you, I don't think it was made for 3D graphics. But to be fair, very few things at that time were, they got 3D kind of working on the Atari 2600. So people were always experimenting in ways to get 3D put together. The fact that it runs this well, like it runs not as well as the Windows screensaver, but it runs pretty well. I've turned the sound up. You're hearing all the sound that we have on the screen, which is none of it. I love that this was formed in glorious tunnel vision. Where's the thing? Winners don't take biology. That's right. FYI, you take biology, then you're a biocriminal. Huh.
I do have some screenshots taken of the lore, so if we want to read it later, we can while the game's going on, because you only see it during these screens, the synopsis and
For
what
sure.
the plot is and so forth. I assume there's a manual. I mean, it is a boxed game. That is what you were showing earlier was the actual box art. It was not very well distributed, apparently, even for an Acorn Archimedes game, though. So the copies are pretty rare.
I love that Best Boy was Mark Davidson, and then, what was it? Gaffer, my dog, something like that. I love that. Ooh, sexy Sadie is number 9. Ooh, good job, Sadie.
George Formby as himself.
This has the right level of humor here. I really vibe with the key grip. Huh? It looks like all of the players are ready, so Mega Number, what would be good emotes for chat to spam?
Anything that's kind of abstract or space related.
Yes.
So spaceships, aliens, lasers, anything along those lines.
Yes, spam, either abstract or planetoids space, because we are getting started in just a second. Go ahead and get your emotes. Ooh, that beautiful loading sound. I love it. We've got Commander Cadillac. Okay,
so we just saw someone grab a hostage very quickly. So this is a game where you are supposed to rescue hostages from an alien invasion. Each of the levels has those little bouncing things. You pick one up and you have rescued your hostage. After you'd rescued the right number of hostages in a level, you are able to go on to the next level, and you have to find where the exit is for that.
Yeah, I'm going to give people a little bit of a warning just based off of what I'm seeing here, the way that the walls seem to stretch as you turn. It's an element of early 3D that sometimes happens based off of perspective. It may end up disorienting people, so if you do feel nauseous, look away for a while. That can happen when you have this type of stretching going on.
Right. This is an early 3D game. I did ask the players about, well, they actually have on their forum, but I also asked them too, just in case, motion sickness, etc. And so, the other thing that I had to ask about, which is very important, this game is controlled mostly with mouse only. It is a left click, shoot, right click, move forward, middle click, jump. You have to have a middle button on your mouse to play this game.
Oh, baby. Oh, my gosh. I was playing a game yesterday with some friends that used the middle click button. It was this raccoon game that only has a demo on Steam yet. The game hasn't come out. But you hold the middle mouse button in order to do raccoon dances, and it was the best. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. Trash Quest, something like that. It was. There were dumpsters and trash cans, and you played as raccoons. It was great. Middle click, though, for 92, that's a little unusual. Like, most mice only had 1 or 2 buttons. If it was a Windows mouse, had 2 buttons. If it was Mac, probably 1. So did Acorn by default have 3 buttons?
Yeah. And also, someone's trying to do the jump feature right now and having trouble with it. You have to try to jump to that platform. There we go. Now he did it. To get to that hostage that was bouncing right there.
Okay.
It is tricky. So there are platforming sections. Like, you literally get 3D platforming, not just shooting in this game. and sometimes the jumping is actually difficult. So this is
One more time is on to Sector 3. Already. That's fantastic. Great job. Also, hello to those over on YouTube, especially Plasma Gun, our regular who always has witty comments that make me hurt. I saw a spider. Oh no.
Yeah, they're going fast enough that they haven't really dealt with enemies yet, really. But there are enemies, and there's levels with lots of enemies. And there's actually one really important detail about this game I'll mention now is that the hostages, there's more hostages than you need on a level. Sometimes it's not that many. Like I think one level there's only one extra hostage than there are hostages.
Yeah.
But hostages can die. It's got they'll like be a little angel halo, and they'll actually fly it where you can even see it like past where you are if a hostage dies and there's a message. But I did say to the players, you are responsible for resetting if too many hostages die, because it will not let you know if you have just soft locked the game from too many hostages dying. You have to just do your own assessment of that.
Yeah.
And that's part of the feature of the game is you have to now. I think a lot of it early on is just you accidentally shot at yourself, so that's not a problem. But there are some levels later oriented around the enemies could shoot the hostages if you're not fast enough or careful enough, and so it might actually be a problem later. We'll see.
Yeah, for those wondering, the hostages are the bouncing chayote squashes, just bouncing up and down wearing a blue baseball cap. Apparently, if you're a green squash with a baseball cap, you might be a hostage. It's scary. Yeah. But that's the biggest thing right now. We haven't seen health be too much of an issue. Jumping seems like it's going to take a while to get used to, which is true with any old school 3D game. You know, they hadn't quite figured out, especially first-person jumping at this time. Doom didn't even have a jump button. It wasn't until Quake where it really got figured out. And in 1992, you know, this is the same year that Doom 1 came out. So, you know, there were times in Doom where you had to run and go off of a ledge in order to land on another ledge, but no jumping required, and for very obvious reasons.
If you want to refer to an id Software game for this, by the way, the one to refer to is actually Hover Tank 3D. I don't know if you're familiar with that one. That was a game before they reached Wolfenstein 3D / Doom, one of the ones. I think before Catacombs even. You know, your first-person shooters. I think Hover Tank 3D might have been their first one, but it's sort of an open world 3D like this one is. And then that was sort of the first step in them developing. So yeah, and this actually I think has some aspects that I would say are directly inspired by Hover Tank 3D. So I do think. I believe his name's Ian Holmes was familiar with that particular game. So just keep an eye in chat here. Any good questions?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, you know, with video game developers, honestly, a lot of them were paying a lot of attention to the other video games that were coming out. There was a lot of excitement about Doom coming out in 92, but Wolfenstein, or was it 93? I don't know. Wolfenstein was likely out by this point, so, you know, there was a bit of a formula for how a first-person shooter could work relatively well, but, you know, having an actual Z-axis where you can jump up a little bit is fascinating for this. You know, I haven't really seen it happen before. This was published by the Fourth Dimension, and let me see, what else did they help work on? A lot of Acorn games. Boogie Buggy, heck yeah. Chalks Away. Wow, okay. Half of their games that they published have a pun in them, I swear. Okay, maybe like a tenth of them, whatever.
Yeah, they're just a publisher. Basically, Ian wrote the demo for this and they liked it, and so he kept going with making a full game out of it. But it wasn't like they really had much of a hand in the making of this. They just did the publishing.
Yeah, Ian Holmes made one game before this called Pipeline. Came out in '88, and that, oh geez, that is an overhead. I don't know if it's overhead. It's either platformer or an overhead adventure, and the fact that I can't tell the difference is a little terrifying. What is this screenshot that I'm looking? Okay, I'm sharing this with everybody because you need to see what madness I'm looking at, because I don't know what this is. I just absolutely cannot tell you what it is. Get up there, please. If anybody can tell me what's happening in this screenshot, please do. Because this is apparently part of the game. I don't know if... I don't know. A sprite sheet? This says that it is map view. Okay, that's the map. Yeah, I think it's an overhead game. That's my guess here. Yeah, let me go ahead and get rid of that. Ian Holmes really didn't do a whole lot, though, but after 92, it wasn't until 2018 that they worked on another game called Craig Manor, and worked specifically as an author for Craig Manor. That is a browser game, and it's an interactive fiction piece. So, you know, virtual novel, possibly, something like that. I mean, I'm glad that despite being away for quite a while, you know, returning and working on one game is pretty good. Do you know what Ian Holmes went and did after this game?
Nope. He does have a comment on one of the videos about how he was trying to actually work it into being a little more elaborate, but he the Fourth Dimension did not have their act together. And also going to clubbing was more fun, so he did not make like a sequel or anything like that to it.
Gotcha.
By the way, just to reflect on the action, someone had found all the hostages a while ago and is struggling to find where the exit is. That is part of this game. This is Maisie. You can find the exit before you actually find the exit, so it is possible to like find it, locate it, and then like know where it is. But you do actually need to have a really good sense of which way you're going. I will say it's not a case of a game where like somebody's going to win because they went left rather than right. There's too much other stuff going on for that really to be a factor. It's going to all even out, I think. But it is going to be important that you have a good sense of where you're going. He might actually run out of time here. Nearly, I think everyone is on the same level now. Although there's enough sameness that I'm not quite sure here.
You know, I'm taking a look, and it seems like there is one developer in the 80s and 90s who later, well, they became interested in artificial life and then studied physics in 90s and then got a PhD on molecular evolution of transposons in the nematode genome. This is Ian Holmes, professor at UC Berkeley. So there is a chance that the person who worked on this eventually moved on to get a PhD, is a professor. Yeah, it's very possible that this person, you know, found other things to do with computer development and, you know, got really interested in, oh my gosh, molecular biology. Whew.
Yeah, I mean, you had the biology joke in there. Winners don't take biology.
It's true.
Plus, this is very technical. As pointed out in the chat, this is ray tracing. This isn't just like regular 3D.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is honestly technically impressive for an Acorn Archimedes. This isn't even, the emulator they're running on isn't even the top of the line one. You can actually like have this run a little differently depending on what it is, but this still does run fine for what it is, and it's intended to run at this type of Acorn. So at the moment, someone 3255 is ahead, but I believe Hello Allison just got there. And we just saw a new enemy on someone's screen also.
Yeah,
so,
I do want to thank the referees who are helping to track this, by the way, as well. The referees that we have this match are Hazel Shade is not an acorn, but a different type of nut. We've also got Kessinchu loves shapes and colors. Transplanetary Toasty Stoked. Redford is glad there are no evil pool balls within this maze. And finally, Galactic the Lightning. Oh my god. Well, these referees are making sure that we know how far the players have made it, making sure that, you know, if there are any oddities, that we are able to keep things as fair as possible for the players. And as soon as I'm able, I will get the tracker up for y'all so that you can see how far the players are. Everyone's making some pretty solid progress, though.
Yeah, so One More Time got to this level first, actually, and then someone just arrived there. So we still got a pretty neck and neck race. The levels do get kind of jerk face later. Like, there is one with only one hostage you can lose, and a whole lot of cases where they can die. So yeah, there's parts later, and then also we haven't even talked about, there are different weapons, but they only show up later in the game. So they just start with the pea shooter for a while, and then like one of the weapons, for instance, will let you shoot walls and like remove walls. So there's bits where you can get a little cryptic in that way.
Yeah.
So One More Time also just found the exit, but needs more hostages. Needs 5 more hostages. So yeah, you can't actually go into the flashing red exit until you have all the hostages. At which point, the number on the screen will. So if you like to look at the bottom, there's a number on the screen. That sometimes that means that you haven't found all the hostages yet. If it's a little slash, like it is right now on Julo Ninja's screen and someone's screen,
yeah,
then they have all the hostages and they just need to get to the exit. So if they already know where the exit is and know how to get there, then they can just make a beeline for it. But you know, that takes a lot for granted. They might be lost a little bit for whatever reason. So there's a lot of things that can happen in this game.
Yeah.
Here.
Somebody in chat is saying this game runs in migraine vision. Again, there is a very real possibility that you could feel a little bit ill watching this. If you do, feel free to look away, because even just looking away for a little while and coming back, you're not going to feel better. If you are starting to feel any sort of illness, you can just look away for most of the remainder of the match. Feel free to keep listening so that, you know. But yeah, I do not recommend trying to push through, because you will not get through. It's like Roller Coaster Tycoon. As soon as the nausea starts filling up, it doesn't decrease very quickly. No, that number's going to keep going up. Until,
someone got to the exit. One more time got to the lift with the hostages just now. So there was just a lead change just now because of that.
Very nice.
Far from being decided. Like I said, the real jerk face levels don't even start till later. And one more time already knew where the exit was, so that's like just right behind. We got a very close race.
Yeah, those two are neck and neck. Now, mind you, everybody has enough points that they will be moving on to the next round. So, you know, it's not a super stressful thing, but whoever comes in first is almost guaranteed to make it into the bracket. We've got 20 pointers here. I believe that we have 1 or 2 17 pointers. And because of that, if a 17 pointer comes in first, they'll move on with 27 points, and then they just need to not take last, essentially, in their final match.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, it certainly matters in the holistic sense, but I'm sure everybody would like to have enough points to just kind of sigh easy on their last match if they have to.
Oh, yeah. Hello Allison is on this level 6 as well. We've got 3 people on level 6. Julo Ninja significantly behind, but honestly, we have enough time that everything could change. You know, Julo could really get used to this.
There are walls in this game, so there's going to be, I mean, walls like, not like literal walls, but walls like levels that will take, I don't think you could probably do the first run. So this game is set up so you can reset anytime you want to. Like you hit escape, you quit out, and then if you go back in the game, it'll just bring you back to the level you're on. So it's a pretty easy reset. And yeah, there's definitely some parts later where, I mean, I don't know. these players are very, very good, and so it could be that like everybody just goes smoothly, and like but I just at basis of my play and somebody else I know who played this who's very good at first-person shooters, and in fact is the one I learned this game from. There's somebody who's doing, you know how I'm like doing a blog where I play every adventure game. There's somebody who's doing that with first-person shooters.
Ooh, yeah, I believe it.
Some very, very obscure ones that pretty much nobody else has. And this one, the graphics just like called out to me once I saw it. I was like, this looks so neat. I gotta go look into this more. And yeah, it was everything I hoped for.
Yeah. So. Did you say that you had the lore for this game stored somewhere, by the way?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I can go ahead and read the lore. So yeah, the lore did scroll by while y'all were watching kind of at the beginning, but you know, it's not like you're necessarily reading all that. So let me give you the synopsis. I cannot pronounce words today.
Do it.
Synopsis. All right.
Yes.
The time is the future. Philosophical, huh? The Vorians have invaded the helpless moon of Lygon and kidnapped the native Poloids as hostages. As a special agent of the United Planets Bureau of Investigation, your job is to secure the release of the hostages in the most stylish way possible. Search the labyrinthine streets of the ruined cities of Lygon, the hollowed-out Poloid cave dwellings, and the maze-like passages and corridors of the Vorian installations, but beware the ruthless Vorian robot guardians.
Ooh.
You may be ready to die for your galaxy, but they are programmed to kill for theirs.
No, it looks like, one more time, got another hostage killed. Yeah, like, oh, these... So, we're trying to save the pool boys from... What are the enemies called? The Lygons?
Poloids? Hold on a second. Let me hold that back here. The Vorians have invaded.
Vorians.
And kidnapped the native Poloids. So the Poloids are what we're rescuing.
How do you spell that? Because I first heard pool boys, like, you know, boys who work at the pool and, you know.
More like Polaroid. Poloid.
Oh. Whatever, I like pool boys. Save the pool boys! Hurry! The Balorians are trying to kill the pool boys! Who's gonna get the leaves out of the pool?
Yeah, so they have also credits listed, and the Poloids are listed as Ashwin Ratton, Rowan Boat, Karen Knight, Lydia Saucepan, John Lennon, and Harry Christian. Those are the Poloids.
John Lennon?
Yes.
And Harry Christian. Okay, say the last one again. Harry who?
Harry Krishna.
Yeah, Harry Krishna. I love it.
Yeah, no, they're British. They like their puns and everything.
Yeah, they don't take it too seriously, you know? Like, yeah, this game certainly has a lot of tech that they have to learn, but at the same time, like, why not make things silly? It's an abstract world. The more abstract you are, the sillier you can get with descriptions, and people are fine with it. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I am. It was probably cheesy back in the 90s, but, you know, the British were ahead of the US when it came to, like, humor. I gotta be honest. It took us a while to actually understand and appreciate British humor, and I'm glad that we finally have mostly gotten there in the US.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that's kind of interesting about the gameplay in this, there's an aspect of this game that really is rubbish that they're probably not even going to think about dealing with, which is the combat. Like, generally, if you play it more like a 100% kill game, you know, like you're playing Doom and you're trying to actually get 100% of the monsters killed.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the enemies are just kind of bullet sponges, and that's their skill. But you don't actually have to fight everything. I mean, all you need to do is rescue the hostages. So if you're playing this like a speed run, and they all are, you're really not having to think about that as much. I mean, you are going to have to kill some things, and especially like if they're endangering one of the hostages in a certain way, all that can happen. So like right now, someone jumped to eliminate some of the enemies. But yeah, it's actually the combat is not that great in this game. The weapon variety is mostly your pea shooter. Again, they haven't none of them have seen a weapon yet. I don't even remember what level it is that you first see one, but it's a pretty deep in. The two weapons, by the way. So the second weapon on there, so there's a pea shooter with the infinity symbol. The second one, which kind of looks like a cleaver, is the one that you can shoot a wall with, although you can also shoot enemies with it, but it's just like a little more powerful shot.
Okay.
It's not really all that exciting. And then the last one is like the mega powerful shot. It's a one-hit kill weapon. So you basically have the normal shot, utility gun, and one-hit kill gun. That's what you got. Most part, you're not really thinking about weapons too much, except for sometimes you do need it to actually shoot a wall because of like, again, there's kind of a puzzly bit where you're trying to find a place. So
yeah.
But yeah, it does look like this is going pretty well for them in terms of hostages dying and so forth. Again, you can soft lock by having too many hostages die. And it's, I think, which level is it really bad in? Hold on here. One of the levels in particular, I remember having a major issue. I think it was 8, but let me look.
Yeah. So people know the computer that this runs on, the Acorn Archimedes, first came out, their first version was in 1987. So this was 5 years after the introduction of the computer. If this was designed to run on the original computer, just imagine we've got 87 hardware capable of running this. That's genuinely impressive to see what this company did. And based off of the reviews of the time, it seems like this was considered amazing coming out. Obviously, this has aged, less like cheese, more like butter. It's, you generally don't want aged butter, You know what I'm saying? But with that said, it is still extremely impressive for the Acorn Archimedes to be able to run this. Like, having shapes that are complicated, more than just a rectangle. We've seen interesting different designs in certain locations, and despite how graphically simple it is, like, each area actually kind of has its own feeling to it. We've got indoor sections like where Kuso9rande is. We've got outdoor, like, hedge maze where One More Time is right now. We've got the weird green arc on someone's screen. We've got Hello Allison in the teal maze. Yeah, everywhere is just a little bit different, and it's nice because you've got the visual cue, like that big, bright green arch as a reference point so that you know where you are in the level. Like, I think the devs did a fantastic job with this. Is it fun to play now? I think it might be fun to play, but I'm also messed up.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but it is a little weird to the button scheme, remember, is one mouse button for moving forward, one for shooting, and one for jumping. And I mean, yeah, you touch the keyboard a little bit to change your weapon, but you're not changing your weapon that often. So it's really mostly mouse, and it feels weird.
Wait,
because
do you move with the mouse?
Right. You press a button to move.
Okay, never mind. I don't like this. I'm trying to think.
One button to move, one button to jump, and yeah, Acorn Archimedes came with a 3-button mouse. That was the standard. So yeah, they used it, and that's how it went. So I actually had this vetoed once with somebody had a laptop and they didn't have a mouse. They had, like, and it was like, no.
Oh my god, playing this on a touchpad would be like literally the worst, and also no middle click.
Right, yeah, no, it has to have the middle click and everything. I made sure of that, and I also made sure they weren't motion sick and so forth, because, yeah, I know this is, with this, when you use anything that's Wolfenstein era or whatever, it can make people have issues, so that's how it goes. Yeah, so hold on, nobody's on 8 yet. 8 is where there's really a big problem, because you get 13 hostages in the level, and you have to rescue 12 of them. So you can only have one hostage die. You might not find that out until actually you've gone through the level too. So somebody might have an intuition about it because of the way the level is designed. But but that one is designed to be one where you have kind of a wall, and we're about to hit it right now. I think someone's about to hit level 8. I think. Maybe.
Okay.
Hold on a second. No, it's still on the 7s. It did a reset. Okay. So I think was having trouble finding the exit. So. Yeah, it's still anyone's game, especially because based on the timing, I think everyone's going to hit 8, and that one I had a lot of trouble with. And there are some after that are creating the SD2 for different reasons. And again, this does eventually get to the point where it's like literally like it was a real 3D platformer kind of jumping to it. You know,
Yeah.
It just,
but
this is not really
3D platforming with the mouse is not what you want to do ever, especially when one of the mouse buttons is move forward. That also scares me because that means that there's no reverse, which means you have to completely turn around. Yeah, here's the deal. I have shaky hands. A game where I have to control solely based off of the mouse, I'll play it, but I'm gonna suck just because of how, like, sensitive it can be when it comes to controlling. More so, it sucks for anybody who's watching because I'm a lot shakier with any sort of first-person shooter.
No, I get you.
DePatman, thank you so much for resubscribing. Glad that you're here. And honestly, everybody, thank you so much for supporting throughout all of these years. You know, this is our 9th tournament, 10th year doing Kusogrande, and you know, we try to give out over $2,000 worth of prizes each year. So please, if you are able to support, feel free to do so. Subscribe, drop a tip. All of it is welcome. I certainly could use the help. Thank you. Yeah, Radamafort is saying that level 7 is making people sad. Oh, are they crying? One More Time doesn't like some of the jumps in this game. I understand that. That was long ago. Bad Chop is sad because of level 7. Yeah, the thing is, I think someone actually got all of the hostages in level 7 and is thus in the lead. It's just actually finishing the level. That's a challenge.
Yeah, someone ran out of time and was not able to finish the level. And so you have to, like, and you can't see where the exit is, like, early. Like, you find it and then, like, remember it and then go back to it. But anyway, if you don't know where the exit is, then you got to do it. So that's how it goes. And we've got, I mean, Kuso9rande is close to being caught up here, I think. We got 2 hostages to go. We just need 1 more hostage. And Kuso9rande, there's the exit. There's the hostage. We got it.
Yeah.
So Kuso9rande is now going to be on the same level as everyone else.
Oh my gosh, it is. Yeah, I was thinking that Julo might be able to catch up to everybody else. As I was saying before, there is a very good possibility that Julo is back in this. Nobody is safe. One more time, though. I think restarting level 7, because level 7 is big pain in the butt.
Yeah, 7 and 8 are really where the game begins. I think this is it starts to get very much to be a pain. So yeah, they started out really smooth, but this is going to get. We may have a case where, like, multiple people are on the same level at the very end, and we have to go by number of hostages, which is fine. That's a pretty good metric for this game, I think. So.
Yeah. Oh, one thing that we haven't talked about too much is the timer, because you've got a lot of time on these levels, but apparently One More Time was getting very low on time with level 7. You know, with how many hostages you have to free, 25 pool boys, it's just so much work.
Okay, so someone found how to get to the exit, which is there's a long passage, which Allison is on right now too, which goes to another lift, and that once you get off that lift, you can see it flashing right there. In fact, hold on, Allison's okay, not it's on 7. All right, Yeah, so we just needed to be able to know that piece of information and get all the hostages too.
Yep.
So
Allison restarting, which is a great idea. Finding the exit gives you a lot of good information, because now you know, once I get the pool boys, it's time to go to the exit. And also remembering how many pool boys are right near the exit will let you know how many you need to collect before you get there. Yeah,
you don't have to collect every single one.
The information is super, super helpful there.
Yeah, no, but that is useful information. Yeah, those little spheres are basically buttons. You go up to one and something happens. That was something that they have to figure out.
Yeah. So, Omega number, what's your favorite planet? Okay, and if it's not Saturn, I need you to explain yourself.
No, actually, I think I'm gonna go with Saturn. I do.
Yes!
I do really like Saturn.
You're correct.
I am a Saturn fan. Think about it. There's some exoplanets that are kind of interesting, but I don't think we know enough about them for me to say any of them are my favorite. You know?
Yeah.
Like if one of them turns out to have alien life, sure, yeah, then one can count that one. But
Plays like Earth. I would say that Earth is a close second for me. You know, Earth's pretty great. It feeds me. Earth's the only place that you can find burritos. You know, if that changes in the future, then I'll go ahead and write off Earth. But, you know, second, Saturn's a little bit cooler. Like with the rings. Although, I'm a little bit sad that you can't land on Saturn because it's all gassy. You land on it and just farts too much. It's weird.
Yeah. They gotta land on the moon. You got moon. You get your moon.
Yeah, you know what? The moon's kind of like, it depends on your definition of planet. I'll accept any definition at this point, unless you're like saying that like a cupcake is my favorite planet. That's stupid. Cupcakes are not planets.
Importantly, one more time in the passage, I don't remember how many hostages are at the exit. I think it's 2, but it might be 3. There's one. Is there another one out here so that we can just get to the end? That's what I wanted to check. I thought there was 2. Yeah, there's
2 what?
Oh my goodness! If there was one more, I think there's only 2 though at the end.
No.
That would have been good.
Is there no way to get back to where you were before? Okay, you can.
It's really slow. So yeah, this little passage is you get your.
This is so sad.
If you might have noticed already, the frame rate when you're like in the hallways isn't that bad. It's still not great, but it's playable. Indoors is when it gets into like the 3 FPS territory. That's so anything that's rendered indoors, you kind of want to plan like really careful. Like sometimes I would, if I know there's an indoor area, I kind of position myself so I'd actually see in there the best I can. So I wouldn't like try to walk through too much because I knew it would slow me down. I think everyone except maybe Julo Ninja knows where the exit is. It's just a matter of gathering the right number of hostages, and also knowing that you can have 2 hostages still you need that you can pick up from the end is also a good factor.
So one thing to note that somebody in chat mentioned is that Hello Allison, or not Hello Allison, one more time actually exploded the elevator controls, which, I mean the lift controls, it's British, you know, because if you do that, can't use it anymore, too bad.
I think honestly it was better to reset though anyway, because I'm not sure it would have been enough time to go. I don't know, maybe there was one like right at the other side that I don't know, it would have been tight because it takes so long to do the elevator ride.
Yeah, someone very close to the minute remaining on the timer, you need to get just 3 more hostages and then go to the end. But where are they? Where are my hostages? You know what? There's a reason they usually say, hey, give me proof that you have a hostage. They might just be lying and say, hey, gotta get 5 more. We have nobody. No, gotta get proof.
And then someone just died from enemy fire.
I think someone meant to do that, honestly.
You do need to shoot some stuff because they are going to shoot at you, and if you just completely ignore them, then you might have too much damage. So it is a factor in this.
Yeah, one more time. 14 hostages left to go. He might be able to get down there. Why are we getting just like Undertale and Deltarune music? Mind you, it's good stuff. And I believe that Tony Fox, oh my god, whatever. Tony the Fox is like, yeah, whatever copyright claims were happening shouldn't be happening, but it did happen to me one time where I got a bunch of videos demonetized, and I'm like, no, Tony, why? Anthony
so wait a minute, you had
T. Fox. What?
You had demonetization from Undertale music or something?
I did, and I think that it was just a new company that was handling the rights that were like, yeah, we're going to claim everything that has Undertale music in it, and then they did, and Toby was like, no, that's bad. That's not what I want. So
yeah, I was gonna say there's so many. You could just stick with Undertale Deltarune YouTube for like a whole week if and still more content because there's endless videos about it because of all the lore, like the weird route and all that.
Yeah,
which I'm not gonna spoil on channel, but
yeah, Galbert or whatever his name is. Yeah, if you learn about Galbert, then you'll hear every theory possible about Deltarune and Undertale and blah blah blah.
Yeah. There are some people who I believe that is like just what they do is they just do Undertale and Deltarune.
Yeah, good for them. If you manage to sustain yourself doing that, then go for it. Get that money. It's just, guess what? There's only so much that I care about. I'm not going to be one of the people watching those. And that's fine. It's not for me. Not all of YouTube has to be for me. Oh my god. Yesterday with some friends, we were watching videos, and he specifically, the person watching the videos was like, ooh, there's a video with 1 view in my recommendations, and watched it. And I'm like, this video actually really sucks. I think I know why it only has 1 view. But there are people who specifically look and are like, oh, no views. I get to be one of the first people to see this and put a comment. And I appreciate those weirdos because I'm a weirdo in my own right. It's not about getting the view on the 1 view channel,
So, are there comments on YouTube right now? I don't. I just have the Twitch window open. So
There's some over there. Plasma Gun especially is the only chatter at the moment. Apparently Plasma Gun's codename would be Maze Balls. Sure, I'll give you that. You can be Maze Balls. But yeah, they're a regular. Pretty much every show that we have for Kusogrande, I see Plasma Gun over there, and I love it. They're like, yeah, never watched on Twitch, only watched on YouTube, and that's why I'm glad that we're able to have multi-stream these days. It's great.
So we have someone. Hold on, did someone not go in or
someone?
There we go. Someone went in the elevator, got out, and is trying to get the last 2 to go to the exit. Looks like we're gonna
Good. It's gonna happen. There's the last one. You can leave. You can leave as soon as you collect the pool boy. There we go. Congratulations, you are through. And your name is Nice. Good.
Okay, Sector 8 is not friendly.
Oh, it's watermelon level.
This is, again, there's 13 hostages, and you can see how many you're supposed to rescue.
Yeah, And as a reminder, every time we say someone, there's at least a 75% chance that we're talking about the person in the bottom right, someone 3255. It's just that we enjoy shortening names and confusing people at the same time, so deal with it.
And then we also have one more time is getting close. 3 would have enough time to get the exit and grab the last 2, except that needs one more just out in the open, I think. I think they're very low on health though, and so is very cautious about that right
For
now.
sure. I need to read a comment though from Twitch because Haruko Jisan says, I'd like to point out that the game said the password for this stage is Operation Beaver Scout. And there you go. It's all, the British have the best jokes.
Yeah, yep. I can read all the passwords if you want. They're pretty good.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so after Beaver Scout comes Chocolate,
Okay.
Revco, Thunderball, Firewalk, Black Lodge, Wyndham Earl, Nightstock, Candy Floss, Midsummer, Strawberry, Willow, Teacup, Love Steal, 999, Camus, and Cleanup.
I think a lot of those are probably references. Firewalk is probably a Twin Peaks reference, but I don't know about the other ones there.
Yeah, Camus spelled like the author. The Waiting for Godot, I think. Is that? Am I remembering
Samuel
right?
Beckett.
Oh, that's Beckett.
Yeah.
We did Camus right. I am totally forgetting.
Oh, Wyndham
Somebody
Earl
in
and Black
chat
Lodge.
knows.
Yeah, that's also Twin Peaks for sure. If you've never watched Twin Peaks, owe it to yourself, okay? David Lynch, amazing. His first movie, Eraserhead, I've only seen a couple scenes from it, and let me just tell you, it's weird. I need to watch the full movie because, oh my god, it is a fever dream. Twin Peaks is just amazing, though. Fully recommended. Eraserhead is, I think, a cult classic for a reason, because you have to be in a cult to like it, and I grew up in a cult, so, it's there for me.
Okay, so Camus did The Stranger. That's the one I was thinking of. But he also wrote The Myth of Sisyphus, and he was the one, I believe, that did the One Must Imagine Sisyphus Happy line in one of his things. So, yeah, French writer, philosopher guy.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
sorry, go ahead.
someone is discovering the joy of Beaver Scout. Notice, by the way, the time. You have 3 minutes to do Beaver Scout. It is not. Yeah, you really have to know the level, and you have to plan it out to beat it. It is doable, and I mean, obviously, given only 3 minutes, once you have it down, that's how long you take to do it. But it takes some doing.
By the way, for those who, I do see some people saying I've meant to watch Twin Peaks, but I never have. Here's the deal. If you like Alan Wake, you need to watch Twin Peaks. Oh my god, we're just getting the same songs over and over. Okay, YouTube, you suck. But yeah, if you like Alan Wake, watch Twin Peaks, because Twin Peaks definitely inspired it. If you're worried about it being scary, don't worry. It is a little bit, I would say more psychologically scary, but at the same time, it's a comedy, and really, there's nothing that counts as a jump scare for me in the show at all. It's definitely much more like a mystery than a horror game or horror genre. It's definitely a lot more mystery, supernatural, and then there are some scenes where you're like, what the crap is going on here? Why is there a lady in every episode who has a log? What is Log Lady doing? I don't know. She just carries around a log and talks to it occasionally. There's a guy who says new shoes a whole bunch, and we still quote him every once in a while in our house. We just say, new shoes. And that's actually a really important part of the plot. And I'm not going to spoil any more than that. Just know, new shoes. There's teenagers who are probably the dumbest teenagers ever. There's a woman with an eye patch. It's got everything.
Interrupt a second. We just had someone just got to 9. That was really good planning. It really is just knowing the route and then getting there. So
yeah, we're on the Trans
really
Pride level. I just based off of the colors here, like the color scheme in that first area at least.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, somebody in chat is saying Log Lady was an actual actress friend of the director, had terminal cancer most of the time she was on the show. That is, like, I love that they put Log Lady on. She was also in Eraserhead, as far as I remember. Yeah, if you make a movie, guess what? You can have your friends be on it. That's what Adam Sandler does. Hey, if any of my friends are making a movie, just have me on it, okay? I'd love to go. I'll do some stupid acting. I probably won't be the best actor out there, but I'll do it. Especially if you need somebody who's a little bit, who sounds like me. If you need someone who sounds like me, I'll go ahead and come and be your star. Or a side character. I don't know. I could be a side character. You can kill me off. In fact, if you kill me off, make it awfully gruesome. And not only that, but use practical effects, okay? Let's go ahead, like, get some sausage links, make them my guts. That'd be so much fun. Like, yeah.
So, just to draw to the action here, one more time, has 38 seconds left to go, is going down the slow corridor for the second lift, is going down, as this is going to get really tight. He's got to grab the 2 hostages. Oh my goodness. This is going to be so tight. 19 seconds.
Oh my god. Okay, last hostage rescued. There we go. Into the correct rectangle. That is Sector 7 completed. One more time, locking in that second place for now, though Hello Allison and Julo could definitely catch up. I mean, Hello Allison has collected enough hostages to beat the level. Julo Ninja had 2 remaining. Unfortunately, it seems this attempt... No, they're doing okay.
Someone just realized something very important, which is that you can shoot at a wall to open it. There was an arrow. So that is the weapon. This is where the weapon finally appeared, the second weapon. This is actually a good weapon. Like I mean, it's better than the pea shooter if you're trying to kill things fast. I don't think the exit's hidden behind anything on this one, but I'm not remembering. Maybe it does get to that point where you actually have to like find which wall to blast to get to the exit. So, and with only 58 seconds, might not be able to get to it in time right now.
Indeed.
There we go. There. I think.
Okay. Yeah, one more time, just right behind someone. Someone has no hostages left on this level, though. May be able to move on to level 10. He's been doing amazing, but we know someone from previous Kusograndes. It's no surprise to see him doing as well as he is. Only 21 seconds left, though. Where's the exit? You gotta get there. Don't worry about taking damage.
Wall. I don't know if there's a way to get there. Again, I don't remember past level 8 very well, unfortunately. Yeah, I can tell you about up to level 8. At this point, I don't. I'm looking for secret room stuff now. Yeah, so they were told that the second weapon can blast open doors, and that is this is where you really start getting it. So.
Yeah, let me just say that in a game like this, you probably don't need to have a timer. But considering when this came out, it hadn't really been super established how to do a first-person shooter. Timers would have made a little bit more sense just based off of them making games based off of what they knew. But yeah, they definitely didn't need to have a timer here. Probably would have been better without.
It's still usually anybody's game in terms of third, fourth place, just because both players have gotten very close on the hostage count. It's just a matter of putting everything together and getting to the end in time.
This game has all of the sound effects, and by all of them, I mean like 3. Pew, pew, pew. But it's happening all the time. You know, I'm a fan of that. Let's go! Yeah, someone actually is going to have a pretty good chance of beating this level. Only one hostage left to save. Bam, got that hostage. 2 minutes left to find the exit. Is that the exit right there?
You do actually have
pipe wall?
You have to use the gun to blast some walls to get there. So it is... you are required to use that weapon. So the second one that he's got 10 of right now.
Yes.
That will blast open walls, and there's like there's a.
Is there an indicator for what walls can be opened?
Sort of. Like there was one that had an arrow, right?
Okay.
But sometimes you just have to like try. It's not like it's random. It's not like Wolfenstein 3D where you had to like try clicking every single wall to find the secret ones. But it's certainly a little bit more dubious than you would think on all that. So, but we're also getting close to on the time. So, I mean, I think it's possible someone will figure this out before time, but I don't think we're going to have a lead change at least at this point for first place.
Oh, yeah.
Now, for third and fourth, again, it's just whoever can beat this first. I have faith that one of them will make it, so we'll just have to see who makes it first.
Well, 6 minutes left. There is certainly a chance for... heck, any of the places to change, honestly. Like, one more time has all of the hostages on level 8, just got to get to the exit, and if you can figure out how to finish level 9 before someone does, then, you know, there's a decent chance for a lead change here. Oh, I think someone has figured out what they need to do. He needs to do platforming, which, guess what? This is all mouse controlled. All of it. And so we've got platforming on the mouse. It's not precision platforming, thank goodness, because if it were, someone, I don't think you're going to have time now. No!
It's not a long level, so someone's got another shot at this, but at least
for sure.
has the right idea.
Yeah, one more time is also on this level. Unfortunately, a lot of the hostages are being sent to heaven. And in video games, you don't want to go to heaven. No, you want to stay on planet X, whatever planet we're on. I don't even know. Yeah. You don't want to be a dead pool boy. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. If I'm in a movie, I could fit most roles except for anything that required being sexy. But if you wanted me to be awkward sexy, I can do that. Hey there, sugar bum. Say it just like, hey there, sugar bum. How you doing? Yeah.
So, while we still have some time, would you like me to read? So there's a bit more like in the cruise lore and so forth. That's kind of fun to look at if you want me to.
Sure. We've only got 4 minutes, but if you've got a tiny bit left, go for it.
Sure. So, let's see here. At the very end, it says all characters and places in this game are fictitious.
Good.
Any resemblance to any real-life characters or places, whether alive, dead, alien, or mechanical, is entirely coincidental, except for the Poloids, who have the same hairstyle as James Davidson, but are a bit fat. Stage crew programming: Ian Holmes. Graphics: James Davidson. Screenplay: Ian Holmes, James Davidson, Tim Holmes. Key grip: Best boy: Mark Davidson, and Gaffer: My Dog. filmed in glorious tunnel vision.
I love the humor there. It's fantastic. And yeah, for a game like this, you don't need serious humor. Come on. We're dealing with, like, one of the most technically impressive games on the Acorn Archimedes, possibly. But who cares about deep humor? We've got rectangles. And when you've got stuff that's so abstract like this, oh no, someone... I swear that's what you needed to do, and maybe it just... No,
Yeah,
I'm
I think
confused.
you have
I
to
don't
blast
know.
something first before you can totally get to the end. So there's a it's not just the jumping, but there's jumping as part of it. It's again, I do not remember the route on this level. I only have it up to 8, which is where I thought maybe that would probably be where most of the players.
Yeah,
get
I
to,
think
so.
I know which wall you gotta shoot, because there's a wall that is blocking one of the flashing walls. So I believe you shoot the wall that's blocking it and then make the jump to the flashing one. In order to shoot it, you gotta get high up on these platforms, though. So, like, the platforming definitely
Yes.
required. I
Right.
don't know if anyone can beat someone at this point, though. One more time, definitely trying, but, you know, you're gonna have to beat the level in order to pass someone at this point, which could happen. This level is not super long. Someone is still trying to do the platforming, but considering how nightmarish the platforming is with mouse controls, I do not blame him for the struggle. Oh my god, it's so hard. Why would you do this? Okay,
So I
oh,
think
there
you
we
want to really
go.
walk for it.
Someone
Now,
has opened the wall. Go, 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 go. Open, go, 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 go. No! No, it was right there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was so close. But yeah, that was where you're. It's finicky. I don't think we're gonna have time to beat it. Kuso9rande the mic.
Kuso9rande
really, really
just
close.
needs one more hostage. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and there's a hostage, so we need to enter the pipe.
There
Get to
are
the
2
end.
hostages, yeah.
Right, there's 2 hostages at the end. We only need one of them, and that would be a lead change at the very last moment here. So
Yeah, I mean, between 3rd and 4th, absolutely, which matters a
I mean,
great
with,
deal.
with their points right now, that is
There we
actually
go.
an important thing.
Kuso is
There we go.
through. Moving on. Moving up 1 ranking. Hello Allison will be taking 4th place. Kuso9rande 3rd. One more time 2nd. And someone 1st. The order is very clear to me. What an amazing time for this match. And wait, why did I mute the Katamari music? Whatever. I was supposed to mute the game. There.
There we go.
Time.
Yay!
Yay! Everybody, that is that. You can put it in your hat. Because we have the end. We have the end, right. We have the meats as well. I don't know. Arby's, you want to sponsor me? I'll eat a meat. That'd be fine. Well, we will see a confirmation later on by the referees, but I think we know the order with someone making the most progress first. I will go ahead and welcome someone to come in and chat with us. Yeah, how do you feel the players did today?
That was fantastic. I'm very happy. Yeah, I thought maybe 8, and if we got someone who was really good, we get to 9, which is actually what happened. But yeah, that was amazing. This is not an easy game by any means.
Oh,
and,
no.
I mean, the controls especially. Hello.
Hello, someone.
Hello.
Oh my god, we were watching as you were trying to make that final jump with like 2 seconds left, missing it, and I'm like, no! No! I was so
Yeah.
sad. Oh, but yeah. Galactic
thankfully
Dan
it didn't
for
matter.
Acorn. How was the game? How'd it go?
You know, aside from the frame rate, it was actually kind of fun.
I can see that. Honestly, I feel like
Like,
Except for the controls, I might enjoy playing this.
Yeah, controls too.
Yeah.
And the platforming.
Okay.
Because I felt like every jump was frame perfect, but with 5 FPS, so it was kind of okay, but...
Yeah, the jumps were a huge pain, but considering that, like, the hardware capabilities of the time, like, this game is truly amazing. The computer was made in 1987, so, you know, the game came out 5 years after this computer was released, running on 5-year-old hardware and being able to make something 3D that is, like, this graphically impressive is honestly super cool to me. It's not... Like, I feel like this would have been amazing at the time, but it has not aged super well. But considering that I played games of the time, I don't care.
Yeah, what else came out in, like, 87? That was, like, before the NES.
Well, yeah, this came out... Well, NES was 85, this home computer was released 87, and the game came out in 1992. This was the same year as Wolfenstein, but Wolfenstein was designed for modern hardware at that time, not something that was 5 years old.
Right, you can't even jump in Wolfenstein. So this game's better, clearly.
Yeah, this game's technically better. You heard it here, folks, and you also don't, like, save any hostages in Wolfenstein. It's just kind of a bad game.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that the frame rate was an issue in some places, but what was... You said that you kind of liked it. What did you like about the game, particularly?
It was pretty fast, and you have to decide between, like, killing enemies and running past them. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, you definitely didn't have to kill every enemy. You know, you had limited health, but there was a lot, especially when it comes to speed runs, you don't have to do everything in the game.
Right, and you can even let some hostages die, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm glad that they have extra hostages for that purpose. I wonder if there are levels... Omega Number, do you know if there are any levels where it's like you have to save every hostage?
Well, so 8, remember, there was only one more hostage than there was the number you had to rescue.
Okay,
so we did someone to do that one. That's the one where it's a very tight window in terms of the hostage count. I don't think there's any that are literally the same. But I really only played up through like 11, so I cannot tell you exactly what. Well, I mean, I did use passwords to check out the other ones. So like the second to last level starts you in a room where it's just walls, and so you're supposed to bust through before you even go anywhere. That was kind of a fun one. Yeah, they give you the weapons really late too, which is very odd, and it's easy to forget that that's even there. So I try to really emphasize that in instructions because it's...
Yeah, the first time those explosives show up, you need to use it to beat the level.
Right. I was like worried that somebody would get there, and the reason why they wouldn't get past any farther would be they forgot the button. So I tried hard to indicate, yeah, it will be a while before you have to push that button, so try to remember it.
Beautiful. Yeah, and obviously we talked about some of the flaws here. What about, like, did you check out any of the lore or pay attention to what it was talking about in the game? Because, like, we had a little fun reading some of that, and it's just dorky. And it, you know,
it looked pretty good.
It's British humor from the 90s. I think that it's perfect for this game. Yeah. So someone, what are you doing these days? Are you doing anything online that people should know about? Have any projects that you've been doing, or if not, any games that you've been playing that have been fun?
Not really. I've been playing Mina the Hollower, and I picked up Vampire Crawlers.
Oh, Vampire Crawlers, fantastic. I'm glad that they made the roguelite like that. It's just silly, dorky, pretty much perfect. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mina the Hollower, I actually did get to start playing as well. And
yeah, it's really good.
Fantastic. Yeah. Everybody, if you have not played any Mina the Hollower, Brosentia recommended. There you go.
If you like the Bullet Heaven, I just finished yesterday playing Ball X Pit. That one's pretty good.
Okay.
It's basically the Bullet Heaven, but applied to Breakout. So you've got like 5 gajillion balls you're playing Breakout with, as opposed to just one, and so it makes it go fast. And it's a lot more strategic than most of them, including Vampire Survivors. Honestly, there's still a lot of skill involved in like figuring out where you should be positioning and shooting and so forth. So yeah.
Good to know. I don't know too much about Bullet Heavens. I know Bullet Hell. I've been there a few times. Scary. Don't go to Bullet Hell, everybody. Guess what? There are bullets. It's the worst. Well, that is good to know. Yeah, I always like to get new game recommendations if we have any from players. So thank you for letting us know what's going on there. Omega Number, what about you? Have any projects that people should know about?
No, nothing else new this time to report. So I'm going to take off. Y'all take care, all right?
All right.
Enjoy the game.
See you later. See you later, someone.
Yeah, see ya. Good luck to everyone still playing.
Heck yeah. Well, everybody, this is Kusogrande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. I'm just working on getting everything captured for the next match. I'm probably there soon. Again, I am working on an NES game called Wild and Wolfie. I have shared the demo with all of the subs over on our Discord if you want to check it out. And then I will be showcasing at Anther Weekend Utah in just a little over, I guess a little under 2 weeks, coming up very soon. I appreciate all of the support, honestly. It's because of subscribers and such that I am able to stay financially afloat enough to do this stuff. So I really appreciate what people have done in order to keep the channel alive and keep me alive, especially. Whew. Now, give me just a second. I will hopefully have... Oh my gosh, come on. Just welcome to life when people's captures are slightly different. But not that different. Okay, that's good enough for now. Let's go ahead then. Crappy. Take us over to the reveal. Waddle on by and go be a pool boy. Crappy. I feel like if Crappy went to the pool, people would just use him as one of the flotation devices, and he wouldn't mind that. You know, he just gets to get a little moist. Yeah, that's his life. Crappy pool boy. Well, you know who's not a pool boy? It is our next GM. Say hello to Game Master number 2 of the day, Donkey Clonk. Come on in. Although you've got a shark, maybe you could be a pool boy. Do. Hello, Donkey Clonk. How you doing?
Just fine, I guess.
Good. Yeah, I was just thinking, you're not a pool boy. Do you like swimming at all?
No, not really.
Okay, I enjoy it at times. I don't like the smell of chlorine. It just... but other than that, like, swimming's great. Some of my favorite dreams just involve, like, going out to a beach on an island and, like, swimming between islands. I just love that type of dream. But based off what I'm seeing, you're definitely not giving dreams out. I don't know if it's necessarily nightmares either, but it's a genre that we don't have in Kusogrande too often.
That's right, we have a tic-tac-toe fighting game. Elf Mania for Amiga.
Well, everybody, can you get 3 in a row? We'll have to find out in just a little bit, and the players are going to have 1 full hour to try to make as much progress as they can. Whoever does will take the victory. Whoever doesn't, unfortunately, will only get to get a couple points. 2 points, to be specific. And, you know, what are the stakes for this match? Do we have a...
This is a 9 or 10 point match, so only the winner goes on, which is why I think this game is a bit of a softball, at least by my standards.
Gotcha. Let me go ahead and make sure that we've got audio for our players. Yes, the 4 playing today are Luna, the Luma, Satchma Bob, Slabbity Slab, and Ziria Demondurg. Ziria having made it a reasonable amount in Kuso Live before. I'm trying to remember if she took the victory one time. You know, there are people who do very well in Kusogrande at points, and then unfortunately they just get genres that don't work for them. Guess what? For me, I would be afraid of getting a tic-tac-toe fighting game because I don't know what that means, Donkey Kong.
It means that when you win matches, you put your symbol, your X or your O, onto a grid. And to win the game, you need 6 in a row.
Gotcha. That's more than 3. Well, I think that I'm just about ready. I'll probably need to do a little recapture. Just welcome to my life. Yeah, up there. I'm probably fine now. Good. Just wanted to make sure that, like, all of the screens are basically the same size. It's Amiga. I'm going to mess it up. Welcome to my life.
At least this game is consistent between the title screen and the fighting screen. It's not different cropping for different sections of the game.
Indeed. I believe I'm ready to fight. Well, okay, so I'll go punch a baby, and then we'll see if the players are ready to begin. Just watching the demo fighting. This is certainly a fighting game already. Oh, good. You can scroll off the screen. That's going to be a very handy thing. Okay, Luna saying that they're ready. Satchma Bob, Slab. Oh, I know Slab. Slab's so cool. There's so many cool people in this match. Oh my god. They're all ready. What would be good emotes for chat to spam? X's and O's, obviously.
Yeah, anything fighty, punchy.
Yes.
Or else. Else would do as well.
Fighting, punching, muscles, L's, X's, O's. We're doing the countdown right now, so spam your emotes. Best of luck to the players. As soon as I see movement, I will start our timer. I love that we're getting a comment that there's a non-zero chance that somebody who worked on this worked on Returnal. I need to finally finish the last bit of Returnal because it's so good. Okay, here we go. Slabbity Slab getting started. Pirate Harbor. So, question, who... Okay, it looks like Ziria might have accidentally opened up the keyboard, and Luna accidentally started a 2-player match. So we just need the players. If they have struggles starting, then we can go ahead and give bonus time. Welcome to the Amiga. Sometimes you have nightmares. Yeah, and I will... Sorry, I apologize. I'm typing to them just to let them know. Feel free to restart if they're just having a hard time getting into things correctly the first time. Sometimes you just don't know exactly what's going to happen. Welcome to Amiga stuff. So what's the overall goal here? How are we judging the players?
So, when players win a match, they will put an X on the line, on the grid that you see starting the game. And the goal is to you win the game if you have 6 crosses in a horizontal or diagonal or a vertical line.
Okay. Gotcha.
And you see that when you attack your opponent, then coins come out, and coins are very important because they allow you to select upgraded characters.
Yeah, you want coins, everybody. That is the point of life, after all. Get the coins.
And Slappity Stab won her first match.
Honestly, good job, Slavity, getting an early lead there. These matches don't seem too complicated to begin with, but oh, I see so much money flying out.
Remember, this is Amiga. Amiga only had one button, so there's a very limited set of moves that you can make.
Oh my god. Okay, so did you allow the players to choose whichever character they wanted?
Yes, because selecting the upgraded character that you can buy if you get more money is extremely important. Because those characters have further range, which you can't really do anything in this game if you're against a character with higher range, because you don't have any projectiles, you don't have any means of rushdown.
True, true. By the way, if you're wondering why the screen is captured this way, it's the Amiga. I'm trying to get it like as consistent as possible so you can actually see like the aspect ratio always changes like with Amiga games. It's the worst thing that I get to capture out of any console, out of any home computer. It's
and
the Amiga.
The Luma is up against one of the upgraded characters. She has no chance. Because this character has more... The upgraded characters not only have higher range, they have more damage and more HP.
Okay. Oh! Uh-oh, watch out! He's got a hammer! Oh, Luma's getting wrecked by this guy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the top center shows which character versus which character. I'm definitely going to get the tracker up in a little bit because we will need that in order to tell what the crap is going on. Luckily, it doesn't matter the progress within a fight, just matters the X's and O's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so you know, we've got multiple referees who are helping to track this match and make sure we know how well each player is doing each time. The players, or the referees that we have for this match are Buster Curry is slurping that elf juice. Oh, I don't like that. Oh. Garfield the Lightning is bad for your elf. Well, good. I don't need an elf anyway. Harp Griffin needs a steel umbrella for the coin rain. Ooh, that would help for sure. Sorry, I'm just thinking of a game that I've been playing. Funnel. It starts with Funnel, whatever. It's an early access game on Steam where you are storm chasers and your vehicle breaks down and you're trying to escape before the F5 tornado hits. And oh my god, that game scares me. But the umbrella helps. Not when a tornado's there, but when there's hail. Jesus the Frog only has one button. We've also got Linkura, and Fluffy Squirrel luckily isn't wearing trousers. Who needs trousers when you're fighting? Not me.
Ooh, Luma afforded one of the upgraded characters, so this is 7.
Okay. We've got 7 versus 7. This is like what George Costanza would name a baby.
You see how much better the range is on one of the upgraded, these higher tier characters.
Oh yeah. Like, that certainly is better range. Yeah. It's interesting. I haven't seen very many fighting games where, like, it's designed where characters are better than others and that, you know, you have to buy the better characters. Have you ever seen that before?
I think, well, in Super Street Fighter, I don't know, the last 4 characters from Balragon are, you could only choose them in a super version of the game.
Yeah, I know that, like, certain versions of Street Fighter, like, there are characters that are certainly the strong characters that could appear. There are various games where hidden characters, that you have to use a code to unlock are going to be stronger, but not like a progression where you get to start as a weak girl and then you can buy a stronger girl. I don't know, that's interesting.
All of the stronger characters are male in this for some reason.
Welcome to the 90s, baby! Elfmania for Amiga. I'm not too surprised. It's the 90s. You don't have to do that, everybody. Just come on. Here's the deal. As much trash as Overwatch gets, they have a huge variety of females who are super strong tanks, females who are very agile and support characters. I'm really glad about what they've done in Overwatch. My husband plays it just so that's why I know at all what's going on. He plays it because he likes to play with friends, and I figure that is completely fine. Play with your friends, even if Blizzard has had some problems in the past. Some of these sound effects when you're choosing your elf are weird, though. All of the elves, even the beefiest dudes, they sound super high-pitched.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of helium in the air in Elfmania. Actually, so the lore is that this is set in the land of Mumulandia.
Yeah, Mumulandia. Apparently you are, the king is giving up his post and giving the honor of leading the Great Elf Kingdom to whoever can beat him in a fight. However, to earn the honor to fight him, they'll have to lead their team of fighters through 6 successful fights against 6 competitors of differing level skills. So that is the overall goal here. However, what it really matters is, based off of the spaces that are chosen, it's going to affect whether they can get X's and O's in a row. Where do we actually see the X's and O's?
You only see it on the map screen that is between the fights.
Gotcha. Okay, slappity slap. Yeah, there we go. There's an X there. Are the X's yours?
They should be. I mean, there's an option screen where you can choose the 2-player mode, and that allows you to pick X's and O's as well. But if you don't put your first symbol down, if you lose your first fight, then the game is over.
Oh no. So, lose your first fight, game over. I mean, at least you get to start over pretty quickly.
So, let me read you the lore from the manual.
Go for it.
The story so far. According to the ancient magical laws of Mumulandia, whoever challenges the crown to an honor fight and wins will gain control of Mumulandia, the miraculous land of elves. However, an even greater reward awaits in the shape of the mystical dragon fan, which, according to the ancient magical traditions of old, will bestow upon a new king the secrets of the universe, a prize worth fighting for. Your quest is to give the ruling king a reason to pick up the gauntlet and fight. Mumulandia is divided into county squares, and you can counter a county by winning an honor fight between champion fighters. In Mumulandia, war is not a curse, and disaster as we know it. Only the champion fighters are allowed to fight against each other and participate in the honor fight. The honor fight is fought between your fighter champion and the representative champion of the king. You must therefore challenge the current king to fight for control of the country. This is done by hiring champion fighters to fight for you, as you try to form a chain of conquered counties across Mumulandia from one side of the border to the other. As head of your mercenary army, your mission is to guide your champions to victory. Wait, this is just the same thing twice? Once crowned king, your responsibility is to rule the land wisely with the help and wisdom of the dragonfly. Each change of ruling monarch heralds the start of a new different era for Kuso9rande. According to the old scriptures, when a king is finally deposed, he knows it is his turn to say goodbye to his kingdom. His heart will be freed of the heavy burden of responsibility, and he can explore the mysteries of the universe in peace.
Ah, yeah, in peace. Well, good. I want to explore the mysteries of the universe in peace instead of, like, imagine looking through a telescope and somebody comes and punches you. That would suck. I want to do it in peace.
Yeah, abdication is a thing. You can just leave if it sucks, even if you're king.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the manual as well. It looks like it doesn't really say anything about the different characters here. Their joystick controls, basic rules. Punch is always performed by pushing the joystick in the direction your character is currently facing. So if you're facing to the right, I assume push right and the button. Kick is always performed by pulling the joystick away in the opposite direction. So, like, if you're defending in a normal video game, in a normal fighting game, that's how you can guarantee that you're going to kick. Height of the blow is determined by the height of the joystick. So if it's pointing up, right, then it will be a high hit. Down right is a low hit. Blocks are performed by pulling the joystick down and pressing the fire button. So straight down.
No, hold fire and down.
Oh,
which is the block.
So press fire then pull down is a stand block, or pull down and then fire. So it's either fire then down or down then fire. That's what. And it changes the type of block that you're doing there. Interesting.
Yeah, either standing block or crouching block.
Yeah, there are also special moves. Each character has a special move which can prove to be devastating against an opponent if allowed to build to it is full power. Yeah, thank you for the apostrophe in there, Emmanuel. It's not needed. It's not when it's possessive. It's full power. No apostrophe. Wait.
Yeah. So you might expect from other good fighting games characters to have different movesets. In terms of moves, the characters in this are pretty much reskins of each other. Just the upgraded characters have weapons and thus have higher range. But the special move is always this spinning your weapon or spinning a kick.
Yeah. It says
which means it has a very long wind-up and it's highly telegraphed, but if the CPU does it, then you have a bad time blocking it or dodging it. You can't block the special moves, you can only jump over them.
Can you do... the computers have to do a wind-up, or is it just you?
The computers cheat. They can get their special moves out faster than you can.
Yeah, the manual does say special move is initiated like any other, except that it requires further rapid X directional joystick waggling before the previous blow has been completed. So wait, you attack, wiggle the stick back and forth, and then attack again?
Yeah, the special move is hold fire and mash forward and right. And the faster you mash, the faster the move comes out. It doesn't do more damage, but it comes out a bit faster if you mash harder.
Gotcha. Just so people know, we do always allow auto fire for the players. If they wish to map it, they are allowed to. So
yeah, the problem is that this is directional mashing.
Yeah, directional mashing, that can still be mapped. It just requires... I think you can probably do it with joystick or some sort of... It still, like, is a little bit rude. And also, like, if you map left and right, you're going to have different keys. Like, I would have them on the keyboard instead. But that is always allowed for players.
Yeah, I did check with the players if matching was an issue.
Cool.
But it's also one of the moves you can make, and it might not even be the best move.
Yeah, honestly, some
Because
of the
of the
basic
wind-up,
attacks may
even if
be
you
a lot
match
better. But yeah, the manual also says special moves take time to build up to full power, so the opponent can take measures against one if they realize what's happening. Please note that blocks do not have any effect on special moves, which have developed to their full power. So if the enemy does launch a full power special attack, you cannot block. You can only evade. I'm not sure what the power attacks look like.
It's the mashy one. You can see player.
Oh, if they go really
you can
fast.
see the carrot just spin around or
like on
mash an
Furious
attack
screen.
over, like on Saria there.
There are credits actually for the female star and the male heroes, which none of the people worked on other stuff as far as I can see. Female star Mikko Lipiainen, and the male hero was done by Cockatrice, which doesn't help me find who that is. Honestly, most of the people who worked on this game did not work on very much other stuff. It was published by Renegade, though, who helped either publishing or developing games like Fire and Ice, Mega Turrican, good games, by the way.
Yeah, this game is from Finland.
And then also published... Did they publish or develop Gods? They published it. Which I believe we have had on Kusogrande at least once or twice. And that game is a hot mess. But yeah, the person who did the music for this game, this was their first game. They worked on a few other games like Hardcore Pinball, Dragon Wing, Navigatrix. That sounds like a really weird version of Tetris? What the crap is this? It is. Okay, it's a boat Tetris? Yeah, you're just putting pieces onto a boat as far as I can tell. Cool.
And Redama in chat pointing out that if you are hit, then you drop coins, and you buy characters with coins. If you don't have 50 coins after a fight, then the game is over, because you can't select a character.
You can't even select your base character if you don't have 50 coins?
Nope.
Oh, that's right.
But apparently you get 50 coins for winning, but you get into a downward spiral with the economy.
Yeah, you really want to avoid getting hit then.
Yeah, because you pretty much need one of the upgraded characters, you even stand a chance if your opponent has one of the 3 boss characters.
Yeah. So, when you deal damage to the enemies, though, do you get the coins that they drop?
Coins will fly out of them, but you have to pick them up.
Oh,
which means you need to hit them, the coins.
Okay, that's a pain.
It is. It's kind of like a puzzle fight. I think it was a coin-based Captain game with that kind of mechanic.
Yeah, I don't like it. Uh-oh, Luna going up against kind of a chunky fellow. I like him. He looks cool. He looks scary. Yes, the sumo
not
dude.
E-Honda.
Yeah.
Legally distinct E-Honda.
So if you buy an upgraded character once, are you still able to play with them afterwards for only 50 coins, or do you have to pay the full price again?
You have to pay the full price again.
Okay, so consistently keep getting more coins. Don't lose coins. Make sure that you're not like using the coins when you don't need them. But
I probably should have instituted a tiebreaker of your opponent's health in the third match, because the third match is such a war, but it's too late to change now.
I mean, we're 21 minutes in. There's plenty of a chance to change, you know?
Yeah, but I'm getting the kind of vibe, you know.
Yeah, I understand that. Oh my gosh, E-Honda, stop it. Stop it. Luna, I don't think you're going to beat this fight. Unfortunately, that is a game over. Luna down. Everybody else just trying to make a good push through here. Now, remember, there is a chance that some of the players that we've had already will be getting some bonus time just because with the start of the match, there were some odd tech issues.
What is happening on Luma? The coin counter is freaking out.
Oh, really? Does Luna just suddenly have a lot of coins?
What? This is strange.
I was pretty sure Luna had 5,000 points at the beginning of the match, but no, I don't know. I'm confused. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, if the coin counter keeps glitching out for Luma, I might have to force her to reset.
Yeah, with that said, like, learning how to play this game and learning, like, ways to cheese enemies is certainly something that can be advantageous over long term. So even if Luna does have to restart, that means that it's not really the biggest deal. Uh-oh, somebody is saying that Luna also got an X even though she lost? What? Well, let's see what happens here. Because Luna did go down. Wait, but it counts? What the crap? Isn't that the computer that just won? Yeah.
Coin counter is glitched.
Okay, so it actually did give an O that time. This is a little bit fascinating, but this game appears that it might have a few problems. Welcome to Kusogrande, everybody. We'll see if things get consistent or if they stay a little bit weird. And yeah, if there is a reset that's needed, then you can always let people know. You know, I'll leave it to our referees and our GM to sort that out. With that said, like, I'm just watching this game. It came out in '94, and, you know, by that point for Amiga, like, I'd say that the graphics here are actually pretty good, but, you know, it was a little bit more expected that, like, something that runs well and looks pretty good would have come out by this point. Ziria got a third win, it appears. That's cool. Yeah, Luma has a fairly bad situation where the X's are blocked at one point. Slabity has 3 in a row, but Luna has managed to buy Hammerman. Cool. Whether or not that is based off of earned coins or glitches is another thing. In general, though, we don't ban glitches in Kusogrande, specifically when they are intentionally found glitches, although we have had cases where accidental glitches show up, and you know, unless we specifically try to get rid of them from happening, which it appears that this case, yeah, Luna did have to restart. There we go. then they typically are not going to be banned. We have had some cases where glitches did lead to a victory because they were not expected, but there are cases where it just becomes unknowable how well somebody has done. Just think Tubin, where the first time that we had it, we had one player soft locking multiple times. We had a different player getting warps to the end for some reason. Then when I raced Corndan in Tubin one time, someone beat the game in the middle of the level, which we didn't know the game was beatable, but it happened. Like, Tubin for Game Boy Color is a prime example of the glitches were so prevalent that there was no way to actually tell how well the players were doing. Yeah, Corndan is the one who beat the game in the middle of a level, and it's a game, Tubin for Game Boy Color. Somehow it exists. Other versions of Tubin are actually kind of fun, even if they weren't like officially licensed, but whoo boy.
Trust me. Excellent time.
Okay, Luma, it's playtime. Let's do this.
Wait, you're not supposed to be able to choose an upgraded character on the first run.
Luna seems to have been able to do that, whether it's she found an exploit in the game or something. Exploits are generally going to be allowed if you have figured out something that the game doesn't want you to do. Yeah, it gives an advantage, but if she has specifically worked out how to make a glitch work or make an exploit work, then usually it's considered fair play, and that was also the second round.
Okay, so Luma has 2 in a diagonal, but this doesn't count because it's not a diagonal that can win you the game.
Yep.
You can only win the game with 6 in a row, and that diagonal is 5, which means that these 2 adjacent crosses don't count.
What does the sword lift do? Occasionally I just see them lift the sword and say something.
I think that's just a taunt if you hit your special move.
Ah. Come on, Sumo dude. Shh. I appreciate having a taunt. And yeah, Chad is noting that, you know, there may be other reasons to not necessarily go for the 6 in a row at the beginning. If you lose your second match, for example, there's a possibility that the computer's just gonna go and block you. And you don't want to get blocked right away, you know?
Yeah, that might be a strategy, but that depends on how the CPU difficulty builds. If you can get matches that are not in a row, and without the CPU difficulty building, then you might be able to grind coins there.
This game seems not fair sometimes. Like, just seeing the way that
Yeah,
Luma's like,
sheets.
come on, and computer just kept jumping. Oh my gosh, the chain attacks from fake E Honda, just absolutely brutal. Game over for Luna. And by game over, it just means that Luna lost the match, unless this game does something weird, which we have seen it do weird things. Okay. Winner! And she has gone back to the beginning of the game. That is fair. Okay. Well, right now, it does appear that 3 of our players, Satchama Bob, Slappity Slap, and Ziria, have gotten 3 X's in a row, which, fantastic job. We may see more progress coming up for the players. Let me just say, this isn't the most exciting fighting game I've seen in the world. Just, like...
No, it's just so basic in terms of moves that, I mean... looks are deceiving. This looks good, it sounds good, but
Yeah,
the
but your
fighting is
face
just
looks
so
like...
basic and unfair.
Also, the face of these characters kind of look like the troll dolls from the 90s. Ugh.
You're not the first person to make that comparison, yeah?
Yeah? I don't think I'm gonna be the last either. They're kind of ugly.
Yeah. Tempest Roll vetted this game, and he says it's the ugliest pretty game he'd seen.
Oh, really? Like... No, this is definitely not the ugliest. This is not the ugliest by far. Like, as in, like, level of attractiveness, am I attracted to any of these characters here? Not really. Like, Bootleg Ken looks fine, although it seems like he should be wearing pants, but he's not. I'm not exactly sure how his clothes work. Like, is he just wearing a vest that goes low enough to cover the crotch? Because those are not pants. Maybe he just wears clothes that make it look like he's wearing clothes, you know?
Yeah, that's a
That and his muscles billow out in a way that it looks like it's pants, but it's just muscles. Jesus is saying that's called a tunic. That tunic is such a high-rise tunic, though. Also, yeah, Satchma Bob fighting a guy in another tunic that... Like, you should wear pants with the tunic, right? I think? Like, or, unless elves don't do that. Maybe elves are just, like, I don't want to show you my pecs, but sure, you can see everything else. I don't know what elf life is like.
Apparently, elf life involves questionably cut short shorts.
Yeah, though, you know what? Short shorts, you can make so much profit off of short shorts that use no material. Ah. Yeah, Yif Battle. Oh, it's you again. You're the one who got me in trouble. And by in trouble, just had somebody make fun of me. And by make fun of me, had somebody say, oh, I know who you are. It's all your fault, Yif Battle. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? And don't you dare clip that. You've done nothing. Yif Battle, you use my voice as a Discord notification, and I know it, okay? I'm looking at you in chat, Yif Battle. I know what you've done. By the way, it was one of
the screen. We have another kind of battle with not very much clothes on.
Yeah, this game, you know, honestly, the fewer clothes you have, the more likely you're going to have a Yif Battle. It's true. And by the way, I think that interaction that I had at MFF regarding you, I think it was MFF, was one of the best interactions that I had. It was hilarious. So, use away. It makes me laugh.
So most of the upgraded characters have more clothes on, like the king you see here, except E Honda. Who's, you know, E Honda.
Is that actually the king? Is that the king who's, like, stepping down?
Well, the king will only step down if you beat him, and the king cheats.
Yeah. Ladies first. Nanda! That means ladies first. Nanda also means watch out for falling trees. Cool. Oh, it was FWA. That's right. That was fantastic. Yeah, I haven't been to too many conventions this year. I'm going to woo this at the end of the month in order to showcase the NES game, but other than that, I don't know if I'll be at any. We'll see. Okay, Luna has the squat kick, which honestly, I don't think that's they don't teach that in any martial art that I know. But this is fairy martial arts. No, not fairies, they're elves. They just talk like fairies. She's also got the hair attack, which I don't like. Another attack that the girl has is...
no, I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Yeah, I've got some fairy attacks myself. I'm gonna say there's a reason she's a low-tier character, okay? Like, she does her weird kick. Also, when she, like, does her fist attack, it's more like she turns her hand around and hits you with the back of her hand, which I do not believe that is a good attack. I think that's how you break your wrist. Yeah, yeah, that's why she's cheap. Because when she fights, she just breaks herself. Oh, and her jump backwards? This isn't how anyone jumps in martial arts, okay? Like, the more that you look at this, the more you're like, none of these graphics are correct. Watch her jump, okay?
Well,
Somebody
that almost
needs to take
looks
a
like the
screenshot
crane
of the jump.
post, the famous crane post from Karate Kid, but
You
I
should.
don't think you... No, it's not.
The limbs need to be different. It's like she's trying to do the crane pose, but she forgot that she should, like, extend at least one leg like a crane.
Yeah, that's more like the chicken dance.
Yeah, she's doing the You know what? Chicken stance in karate. I'll go ahead and say that's fine. Ooh, chat is saying they like the king jumping. Yeah, it's like she's doing the crane jump, except she has to go to the bathroom at the same time. That's definitely the chicken jump. Also, she looks like she's like 50 years old on the map screen when you choose her, you know? She, like, fit 50 years old, but, you know, she's got a lot of wrinkles, definitely looks tired. Maybe, like, almost like Dolly Parton-esque makeup. I enjoy bootleg E Honda's like just sort of squat dance that he does here. Oh, nope, don't do your fist. I want to see how he looks when he jumps though, because everybody looks wrong jumping. Come on, jump. Oh, yep, he doesn't even bend the legs. Well, I mean, doesn't unbend the legs. He's just always permanent squat. There we go, Slappity Slap getting another win here. Hopefully we get somebody with 4 in a row, because this game is kind of rude a little bit.
Yeah, just playing the first match, you don't really experience why this is in Kuso. It's only on CPU level 2 or above that you understand why this is on Kuso.
Yeah, like, it almost seems like it could be a passable fighting. Like, you know, it doesn't have the meta that you would have in a fighting game. The CPU, like, cheats so much. Who made the AI? I know you got credits here. Stavros? Stavros, how dare you? They worked on other games like Sanxion. What the crap is that? Oh, a space shooter, it looks like. Okay. Everybody has worked on a space shooter at one point or another. Galactic Xmas Remix. Okay, a Bubble Bobble inspired Christmas themed side scrolling shooter. What? Okay, that's yet another space shooter, but the fact that it's Bubble Bobble inspired Christmas themed side scrolling, that's really what throws me off there.
The thing about Sanction, the first shooting game you mentioned, is that it had some of the best music on the C64 during loading. And nobody talks about what happens in that game after you load it.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. Honestly, the worse or less known a game on the Commodore 64, the more likely you're going to get some sort of music that is just an absolute jam. That's not completely true, but almost. Like, you run across so much great music when it comes to loading or music in between stages for Commodore 64. Rarely during gameplay, but other times, heck yeah. Okay, Luna, no! E-Honda's just kneeing you. No! Oh my gosh, the map screen picture of the king was hilarious when he had his mouth open. Okay, I need to watch him jump. King, jump. Jump. No, don't just walk and use your hammer. Flying doesn't count as jumping. Jump. Ooh, Satchma Bob getting the quick attack, but then the king uses the hammer.
Oh, that's actually a reasonable jump for the king. A real jump king, you might say.
Oh my god. Yeah. Take a bow. Yeah, not a bad jump. Okay, Satchma Bob, like, all of the players have really been trying to find if there's any way to cheese the enemies, and it doesn't seem like there's cheese in this game.
No, because the moves are so basic. I mean, people hardly even react to being hit other than dropping coins, so there are like no combos, there are no stun blocks.
Yeah.
It's basically just trading blows you can do, and if your opponent outranges you where you're trading blows, there's not much you can do.
Yeah, and it does seem like if you use one attack too much, like, the CPU in this game is at least smart enough to know, let's do something else, rather than, like, if I'm getting hit over and over, I'm gonna do something else. Like, you might be able to get away with a few hits from repeating a move, but after that, the CPU will get you. You're never safe with one move. Which means that you kind of have to play this game. It's good for a fighting game computer to not be able to be cheesed, but honestly, I think the less you engage with this game, the more likely you're going to make progress.
Yeah, but you also have such a limited moveset that if one of your moves stops working, it's really bad because you don't have anything else to choose from.
Yeah? Well, this is what happens when people who don't make fighting games make a fighting game. Sometimes you can end up with something amazing, sometimes you end up with something that resembles a fighting game, but unfortunately breaks most of the cardinal rules, and this breaks a lot of the rules, like...
Yeah, this is like if someone described Street Fighter 2 to aliens.
Yeah, not only that, but like... aliens who were like, okay, those were good ideas, we're gonna add our own ideas now. And the person describing the fighting game only knew the bare basics as well.
Pretty much.
And the aliens are like, tic-tac-toe, that's another fun game. That'll be great.
The bloody battle of X's and O's.
You know, what's scarier than tic-tac-toe in this universe, after all, you know?
The only winning move is not to play.
Winner.
Indeed. Or it's to match the computer against the computer, and that's how you save the world. It's true. War games. I learned that.
Yanika.
So, question. There are the different spaces on the world map. When you choose a space, is it always going to be the same opponent that you get on that space, or does the computer choose, like...
Well, you see, no, you choose, the opponent is chosen before you choose the square.
Really?
You see the upcoming opponent in the lower right on the map screen, and that is fixed what opponent you get.
I thought that showed up after you chose the square.
Really? Because it looks to me like the opponent is chosen before you choose the square.
Chat, help us out. What is first? What is last?
Okay, so it switches between you picking the square and the opponent pick. I might not be entirely comfortable with this because
We're not sure.
the first fight, I think. Yeah, the first fight is always has the opponent pick. I think if you... I shouldn't be saying too much about what's going on. No, I'm not entirely certain.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I'll get you.
I mean, this is Elf Mania for Amiga. Who knows what's going on with the game? I can tell you that I know a little bit, mostly because we are getting close to the end of this match. We have just about 11 minutes left. We still haven't seen anybody get over 3 in a row, which means that, you know, right now it's going to be based off of who did what first. Occasionally we do have matches that are decided a little bit early just because it starts getting more difficult as time goes on. So right now Ziria has gotten 3 in a row first at the 24-minute 40-second mark, Slabbity Slab second at the 25:39 mark, and Satchma Bob third at the 29:02 mark. There is a very decent possibility for anyone to move into the lead, though. Satchma Bob going for 4 in a row right now, but up against the king. This is putting pressure on
yeah, and
him
Satchma Bob
right
didn't have enough coins for an upgraded character, and you can't win against a king as a default character. It's not happening.
Ooh. Yeah, like, the king is rude. This might have been one of the cases where, like, choosing a square that doesn't matter as much and fighting with the weaker character just to try to get some additional coins might have been a good choice. Because then you could still go back and get your 4 in a row once you had more coins. Yeah, it's odd to think that there is some metagaming, like deciding when it's best to be a little bit safer.
Yeah, this is a game that where if you fight well, you collect more coins. But if you're having a difficult time, then you also get fewer coins and you won't be able to afford a better characters. So it's
And
you can
just
sort of
do
get
worse
into a
and you do
downward
worse.
spiral.
Yeah, his jump when he finishes the king, watch Satchma Bob's screen right now, because this jump is so good. Yeah! Yeah! Now, the thing is, with this match, only one person will be moving on. Right now, Ziria is the one who could potentially be winning because she did make it to this point of progress first before any of the other players, but I feel like everybody probably feels like they are struggling with this. And I don't blame them. It's Elfmania.
No, third battle alone is such a spike in difficulty, and the fourth after that is just brutal.
Yeah, one thing to consider as well is that even if you do mess up one of the lines that you have, I don't know if it's worth resetting because you still have at least one win, which means you can start another line from there.
Though if you lose a fight, you don't get any coins from it, which means that you won't be able to afford the better characters.
Yeah, big question is, on the next match, will the computer give you an easier character to go up against? Because if so, great, you're going to get some coins on that one.
Round 2. Hi. Excellent time.
But Syria is on the fourth fight. This would be the first time in a row, and now she has an upgraded character against the king. And this looks like a fair fight so far.
Yeah, I think this is the third fight of this round, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, you're right. It might be the third.
But, like, yeah, when the computer decides to pull the king out, it's like, well, okay, good luck. Even with an upgraded character, he is a total butt. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody beat the king.
Fail to the king, baby.
Yeah. So after fight number 2, like, you gotta do some meta thinking with this. If you just try to go for a single line at the very beginning, you may be in trouble. After fight number 2, I would probably try to choose a different square to see if I can bait out one of the harder characters, and if not, then at least I'll be able to grind out some good coins.
Yeah, Slabbity Slab is trying to pick squares that are not in a line.
Yeah,
to see
and if so,
the
going up
CPU
against the
difficulty
king...
is not...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah, this is not happening. Because it's a king against the default character.
Yeah, but if this isn't blocking one of Slabbity's lines, then this is a very good match to get right here.
It unfortunately is.
Oh, it is blocking the line? Slabbity Slab is actually doing okay. What the crap? Like, compared to how other people have done against the king. Yeah, okay. As soon as the king thinks that you're going to be doing one of your super moves, he jumps over you. That's stupid. But, I mean... Yeah, you want to make it so that they don't always evade every single thing that you do. Add in, like, a percent chance. This is a recommendation for developers, especially if there's only one difficulty for the game. If you make it so that players can never hit with their super-powered attack, then they're going to feel like it's cheating. Which it is. It's absolutely cheating. But you want to make players feel like it's a fair fight, at least, or at least there's a chance that they'll be able to get through, and make it so that their super attack works sometimes.
The king gets such a speed boost that his jump is almost like a warp or a teleport.
By the way, Luna has 2 in a row going for a third, and against this enemy, it might actually happen.
I think Tempestor described the king as doing the Doctor Doom triangle jump, which I don't understand what it means, but it's like a Marvel vs. Capcom thing.
Probably. Ooh, and unfortunately the hammer jab to Slabbity Slab takes her down. Right now, Ziria is certainly the one who looks most likely to take the victory here. Ziria just trying to choose at least a decent character, and of course the king gets chosen by the computer. I mean, with this little time left, you might as well try to go for the line, and if the king comes out, good luck. Just try. earlier on, you know, I would try the meta strategy of choosing squares that are not in a row, but at this point, just go for it. Like, the computer is obviously trained in certain ways to know, hey, this is an important line for you. That means that we're going to pull out a character that makes a huge difference for you. But
Apparently, the long play goes off of the line a lot to collect coins. So apparently, if you go off the line, then you do get a fight that's of lower difficulty.
I thought so. I think that the computer probably chooses the character that you face based off of how close you are to the 6 in a row in that line. And
yeah, but
none of our characters, or none of our players have really been fighting too much off of the main line.
Which is very understandable, because that's such a time waste in a 1 hour match.
Yeah!
Maybe not a time waste, but it's a time loss. It's a time consuming strategy.
Yeah, and it's also a gamble, you know, if you're not going straight for the full line from the beginning, you know, are other people gonna be going for it? But, you know, after having 1 or 2 losses, you gotta think, is there something different that I can do that I haven't been doing before? And if so, try that out. Stream Hatman, thank you so much for that raid. Come on in, friend.
Yeah, it's a good thing they added a tic-tac-toe board, because there's no strategy to the fighting.
Yep. And yeah, this does not seem like a game that would have grinding, but grinding out the coins is a required strategy. Absolutely something that you gotta do. And by required, I mean most likely required, unless you get really good at understanding the computer. Like, I think that these fights are probably somewhat learnable, but they're a pain. Seriously, her backwards hand attack that she has is so bad. You don't fight like that. That's how you die. That's how you break your bones. Do you want to break your bones? No? Yeah, Luna, kick Mohawk Man. Oh, he kicked you. But I think Luna will probably get this. Oh, nope. No! Oh my god, the oh no at the end there. Like, I can understand why this game is not well known. The graphics do not match the voices. The gameplay doesn't match the genre. Tic-tac-toe doesn't match anything. Yeah, but it's an interesting experiment. Like, I'm not a hater here. Ooh, slappity slap. Doing something interesting. Unfortunately, with this little time left, it's not gonna pay off. Just choosing to go like in the line but not have all of the X's next to each other could potentially trick the computer as well. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, trick the computer, figure out like what gives you the biggest chance to actually make progress. That is what's important here. And that, everybody, is time. Give it up for all of our players, and well, wait. There's bonus time. That's right. I forgot. We've got bonus time happening. Okay. Apologies there. We're still going. Wait, come on.
Yeah,
Timer.
I saw multiple players
Go.
have resets and difficulties with the emulation. So bonus time would make sense. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone will be able. Maybe Syria.
Okay, so I've got the timer still going there. How much bonus time? Luna had 1 minute, that is the end of Luna's bonus time. Ziria has 1 minute 30 seconds, and so we will be hitting that in just about 20 seconds. Satchel Bob, 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So I will let them all know when we hit all of that time. So will any player actually be able to make progress despite, like, not despite, because they have bonus time? I don't think so. This game's stupid.
No, the fights just take too long.
Oh, Ziria got through another fight, though. Okay. And that is the end of Ziria's time. Unfortunately, that ended slightly before she killed Muscle Man. Satchel Bob is the only one who still counts. I recommend don't stop playing until the match is over, because that is the fun way to do it. Ziria actually may have found the strategy to get 4 in a row.
But this wouldn't be 4 in a row.
It's in the same column.
The tracking criteria says connected.
Oh. Well, yeah, wouldn't count. Okay, 10 seconds left. I think... It's all right. Okay, and that, everybody, is time for all of our players. Congratulations to all of them for managing to get through all of this. Oh my gosh. Well, as it turns out, there are a few times in Kusogrande where matches are decided a significant time ahead of the end of the match. And as it turns out, this is one of those matches with Ziria coming in first, getting to 3 in a row at the 24:40 mark. Slabbity Slab in second at the 25:39 mark. Satchel Bob third at the 29:02, and Luna getting 2 in a row. That is our order, and only Ziria is moving on. Let me go ahead and welcome Ziria in. What a game! Oh my god. Not a good game, I would say. There's so many flaws with this. Like, the graphics are kind of endearing, though.
Yeah, it's got... But at the heart, it's a fighting game, and the fighting just is miserable.
Yeah. It was so dumb. Well, I'm waiting to see if Ziria comes and joins. Like, this is not a good... Yeah, Ziria's like, I have no idea how I won. Yeah. Hello, welcome on in, and congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah, you won... What was it? At the 24:40 minute mark.
What?
So more than...
What?
Yeah, just 24 minutes in is when you set the high score and managed to take the victory there. You got 3 in a row. Nobody got more than 3 in a row. And I think for good reason. This game's dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. The second you start running into, like, the characters that are not the 3 that you can start with, they're ridiculous.
Yeah? Like the King? I don't understand. Or E Honda? I don't know. Did you face E Honda?
I did face Ehon. I think I fought all of them eventually, but it took a minute. I was very happy that I got to see the stage with the tentacles in the front.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, those were good tentacles. That was fun. Yeah, we talked a lot about the flaws of this game, but we also weren't really playing it. So, like, what are your opinions about this game? The good, the bad, the ugly?
So I definitely started figuring some more stuff out as time went on. Like, I figured out that you had to get a certain number of coins before you could start hiring the better characters.
Okay.
And I think that really helped because, like, this guy that I was playing as 7, his reach is insane compared to everyone else.
Yeah, that sword is pretty dang good.
The sword is good. I am admittedly bad at fighting games. Like, I
Well,
saw
so
that
are
I
the
got...
depths of this.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I literally, like, I saw that I got this game, and I was like, this is it for me. I'm done. Because I was so bad at fighting games normally. And I've been knocked out of Kuso in the past for fighting games.
Oh, really?
Kuso Live. Yeah, I had to play Kart Fighters.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I was just like, there's no way. Yeah, good and bad. I mean, there's something here. I wouldn't say anything is good. There's some interesting things. The music is a bop. All of the music tracks were bops.
Yeah, I agree with you. The music is pretty dang good. I don't even hate the graphics that much. Like, some of them are a little awkward, but they're fine.
Yeah, the faces on the title screen are a little terrifying. We took a screenshot of them earlier in our chat.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so graphics, mostly fine. Music,
fine.
pretty dang good.
Yeah,
okay.
pretty good.
And is that where the good ends? In my opinion, kind of.
Yeah, the like special move mechanic is interesting, but all of the different characters seem to have different inputs that are like their special move. So trying to figure it out is hard.
Yeah, Sajima Bob, thank you, by the way, for those 5 gift subs. You are incredibly kind, and I really appreciate that. I'm able to survive because of people like you, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And great job during the last match. Even if you're eliminated, you know, I had a lot of fun. So yeah, like the super... Well, not only that, but it seems like, especially with the king, the computer's very good at avoiding your super attacks.
Yeah, they're very good about the second you start winding them up, they will start jumping to avoid it.
Yep.
Even at the easier stages, they started to do that. So
yeah, I think that like, if you are going to have super attacks, and it's not just a 2-player game, you want to make it so that they'll at least be useful occasionally, you know, maybe not always. Make it so that you have to think about what you're doing, but that's part of the fun of a fighting game, being overpowered every once in a while, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I did not feel overpowered at any point during this.
No, never. Yeah, I think that, like, we did talk about some possible ways to game the game a little bit, and I think people were starting to experiment a little bit towards the end, like not necessarily just going for 3 in a row, trying some of the other squares in order to see, can I get some more coins here because the computer tends to not choose hard characters if you're not going for like multiple things in a row. It'll go with an easier character, giving you a chance to get coins and thus grind. And nobody really approached this as a grinding game, but it kind of is.
Yeah, it kind of is. And I did start trying to do that, like at the very end. I think in like my last push, I was like, what if I go, like I got 2 on the one side, what if I switch to the opposite side? And it did give me one of the like weaker 3 characters on my first pass on that other side. So maybe that is a strat.
I think that if you could do that a little bit, and then because the criteria was how many connected, if you had 2 and then spaced one out and had 1 and then went for the one that connected those 2, I wonder, would it give you, like, for connecting, how hard of a character would it give you there? Because it might not give it, you might end up fighting Sword Guy rather than Stupid King or E Honda, because those 2 are going to kick your butt.
Yeah, even Sword Guy kicks your butt.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, I my last match here, I think I was barely holding my own. I might have been able to beat him, but I was not sure as Sword Guy versus Sword Guy.
Yeah, and I will say, it was a 3-way tie at the end. There were 3 people who had 3 in a row. You just did it first. Yeah. And because of that, like, honestly, everybody here did great. it's a stupid game, and it requires like thinking outside the box to really make progress in this game, and to get past that 3 in a row point, you got to play it not like a fighting game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And like tic-tac-toe a little bit and trick your opponent a little bit, which is stupid for a fighting game. Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the tic-tac-toe mechanic is an interesting thing to put into the game.
Yeah, especially since
But-
it's not a game over if you lose a line. Like, you can still keep
Right.
playing.
As long as you have enough coins.
Yes, that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got mixed feelings all over the place. I think that it's ambitious, highly flawed, and honestly, with a few tweaks, this could be an amazing concept. Really, it could.
Yeah, for sure. I think I can agree with that. I think
Well-
with a little bit better execution, few changes, it would be a lot better of a game.
Yeah! So, Zeria, what are you doing these days that we should know about? Do you have anything going on? Any projects you've been doing stream-wise? Or if not, have any games that you've loved lately?
I haven't really been doing anything online. Game-wise, I'm running a thread through Final Fantasy XIV because that's a game that's dear and near to my heart. So I'm getting a friend to experience that for the first time, which is fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
And I have dipped into the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake because I like to be a pirate sometimes.
Same, and like Assassin's Creed 4 was the best one that I played personally.
Yeah, I think so too. So I've been playing a little bit of that, and also the Power Wash 2 simulator Star Wars expansion just came out.
Okay.
I'm a big Star Wars nerd.
Good to know. I didn't know there was a Star Wars expansion. That's cool.
Yeah. yeah.
Well, sweet. Thank you so much, everybody. Feel free to follow the various players that we've had here because it's always good to help grow the community. Donkey Klonk, anything that you want to plug before I let you both go?
The last interesting thing I did was 2 years ago, so no.
All right. Take care, my friends, and we'll get ready for the last match of the day.
Bye.
See ya! Well, everybody, I do need to use the restroom. We're going to run an ad real quick, and we'll be right back with our final game, so stay tuned! I do appreciate using the bongo pick for me running to the restroom. Thank you. Nerds. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kusogrande. The Bad Video Game Tournament. Yeah, that's me right there. I hope you all are doing well. We are a little bit behind time, so I need to jump over to the game reveal right now. Crappy, take us away. Tell us what we're doing. No, don't go to the lady. Oh my god, Crappy. Well, that's okay. Crappy, you know what? I'm gonna allow it. Crappy, go find love. We've got more important things. Say hello to your GM for match number 3, Mike Uyama. Hello there, Mike.
Hello, bro.
Hey, congrats on starting your big Genesis project, playing through all the US and Japanese releases, right?
The US releases, a few Japanese releases to make it even
that's right.
700.
Yeah, 700 games. It's going to be a long project, but you already beat last battle because you know it too well, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I really do know it too well.
Yeah. When's your next stream of it?
Possibly tonight, as long as the storm lets up.
Ugh, stupid storms. Go away.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. The storm is here in the stream because you're bringing out something that, you know, you tend to be somebody who brings back classics, and I love the classics.
Yeah.
We need to bring back more Kusogrande classics.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you like surfing? And do you like being gnarly and bodacious?
Okay, I can think of a few games that might happen with. I've never been surfing, but I would love to. So I'll
same
say
here,
I love
actually.
surfing. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, this game has no surfing in it, even though it's based on a surfing franchise.
Dang it.
And that is Green Dog, the beached surfer dude for the Game Gear.
Yeah, everybody, if you hoped that we were going to see the Genesis version, well, today is not that day. The players are going to have 1 hour to deal with this mess. Whoever makes the most progress will take the victory. Whoever doesn't only gets 2 points. And unfortunately, I think we're going to have some eliminations. The bottom 2 will be out of Kusogrande, so Green Dog will make all the difference.
Yes. And this has been Kusogrande multiple times. I'm a little shocked it wasn't vetoed. None of the players said that they had seen this game, despite having made multiple Gauntlet appearances.
Oh my god. Yeah, I wouldn't veto because of a Gauntlet appearance in this game either. But yeah, having no knowledge of this, I still think there is a possibility that somebody beats the game because it's relatively short. And we've had some people make some fantastic pushes here. I hope you enjoy all of the noise on the title screen. It's so loud. It's freaking waves.
Yeah, so if you all are like, oh, Green Dog for the Genesis, first off, I think that game is more for Kusogrande or something like that, because
Except
I think
one
that game
or
is
two
too
levels.
good. Yeah, true, 1 or 2 levels, but I think the game is perfectly fine. This game, they definitely downported, and it's very not fine. It's clear they didn't really account for, like, how many sprites the Game Gear can handle. Like, it actually has, like, some very, like, that, you know, aquarium background and everything.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
like, kind of impressive until you have to move in it, and it, you know, it moves at about half speed because of all the lag.
Well, we're going to do the countdown, so what would be some good emotes? I know it says Elfmania, I'll fix that later. What would be some good emotes to spam for this game?
Frisbees, skateboards, you know, water. They'll be in the water a lot, because as Wolf knows from the trauma of the one jump.
Yep. And there we go. We're off to a stop. Spam your off to a stop. What am I saying, Mike?
Off to a stop. Yep, they're just not racing.
Welcome to Kusogrande. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that happens. Sometimes the players run into a wall very early on in games, but this tends to be a little bit, at least level 1 makes it seem like it's a game.
Yeah, so the game, it's not good to start off with. Like, it's very slow and stuff like that, and there's some flickering, but, like, it starts off as, like, a game that seems like, kind of like your run-of-the-mill platformer.
Yeah.
And it's not really until stage 3 where it just ramps up an obscene amount to a point where it almost becomes like a Kaizo game.
And everybody, you'll understand a little bit more. Mind you, this game is actually pretty short, and if people can manage to figure out the extremely difficult sections quickly, then, you know, they will probably move ahead significantly, because I imagine more than one person will be stuck on some of these areas. Bright Shadow, by the way, just trying to walk with these piranhas attached. Now, generally, you don't want the piranhas to stay biting you. Is there a way to deal with them?
You can hit them. It's kind of tricky to do, even when they're on you. And what happens is that when your frisbee falls off, that means you're at minimum health, so you'll die in another hit.
Yeah. Don't worry,
Also,
I already edited the game title on the layout. It just took me a little bit because I was looking up the year that it was released. Genesis was okay, I think this was technically 93, whatever. I don't care. Original was 92. Oh, that means you get to play Green Dog, huh? I love Green Dog for Genesis. Like,
it's actually pretty fun.
I think the first time that we ever had Green Dog on Kusogrande was the Genesis version, and we likely have not had it ever since. I believe that certain states for a gauntlet are very appropriate for Kusogrande, but it's kind of a very, like, it's a cool, chill jaunt through the forest until you have to ride a skateboard. In which case, it becomes a different game. Yeah, it looks like most players have died on this first stage, which is not too surprising. Just, like, everything deals a little bit of health, but the problem is there is so much just doing chip damage that eventually you're going to die. Luckily, if you do drop your frisbee, you can collect it in order to get 1 HP back.
Yep. But then you're kind of stuck in a trap of, like, collecting your frisbee all the time.
Yeah, and that's a little bit annoying. So if people think that this game looks kind of bad because you basically cannot see anything below you and you're going to have to descend, yeah, it's true. It's not great.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yagamoth trying to figure out what to do, doing the correct strategy, but unfortunately not hitting in the exact correct pixel.
Yeah,
there we go.
It's
Bright
very
Shadow got
precise.
the pixel, and that is going to put Bright Shadow likely in the lead, but just barely.
Yeah, if this piranha doesn't nip him to death.
Yeah, luckily the piranha, another strategy to deal with them rather than hitting with your frisbee is to wiggle. Piranhas are weak against wiggling in life.
So it's worth noting that, you know, we try to give out a manual to players for each game. I had trouble finding a manual for this game, so I just told them progress is linear, it's pretty easy to track, and that's about it.
I think that's fair. I mean, we do have some sins with this game that you're all going to see, which aren't just sins that are Game Gear exclusive. Sure, like not being able to see platforms below you, that's kind of sin. Ooh, oh, Renoko has managed to figure out the frisbee in the dragon's mouth as well. The thing is, a lot of people will try it one time and think, oh, didn't work, so it must not be what I'm supposed to do, but this is Kusogrande, you know? Sometimes hitboxes are dumb.
And you might notice that you can't see the life bar. You can only see it when the game is paused because of sprite limitations.
It's kind of understandable, like, you know, the Game Gear essentially was a handheld Sega Master System, and, you know, we've got so much lag in this level already that... and sprite flickering, and it's just add more stuff to it, and it's just going to be an absolute mess. Ooh, Yamamoth clicked into the block. That was good.
Yep, that happens. It's just Green Dog Game Gear things.
Yep.
Yeah, so it is worth noting that there are continues in this game. I don't remember exactly how they work. So
I
hopefully they'll
believe they're
utilize them
unlimited,
correctly.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and
It's been a
despite
minute.
that's probably not going to help them that much. And they'll still probably not beat the game, despite the game only having 6 stages. Because
It's unlikely, but
even
it's
if they,
possible.
it is possible, but they really have to clear the jump in stage 3 pretty quickly.
Yeah,
The Doe Wolf Memorial jump.
I've seen some people clear it on, I think, the second try, though. It's
Yeah, there
And
was
with
one
Yagamoth
player
here.
when I gave this game out, they cleared it like first or second try, and they had like no idea that the jump was so bad.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yagamoth trying to deal with daggers. Daggers are another chip damage thing that you really don't want to deal with because they will just stay in you for a long time, dealing more and more damage, and it's very easy to die from daggers. In general, in life. Oh my god, I
true.
dreamed that I got stabbed last night, Mike. They just stabbed my leg a whole bunch. It didn't hurt at all,
That
luckily.
doesn't sound like a very pleasant dream.
You know, oddly, it was a pretty good dream. I just have very graphic stuff that sometimes happens when I'm stressed. And, like, the more graphic my dreams are, generally the more stressed I am. Yeah, the night before, sure, there were some brains scattered around in my apartment. Yeah, we're in the stress zone right now, Mike, and I'm not 100% sure why. I'm glad that people are noting this boss music, which is none.
Yeah, there's sounds.
Yeah, the strategy here, you have to hit the faces while they are looking at you, so none of the hits will count until they are facing you. Unfortunately, there's also no... Oh, no, there is a little visual feedback. Maybe you don't have to. When the screen shakes, you're hitting them right. Okay, Yagamoth found a good position to just kill. Maybe you just have to hit them very, very precisely. Ducking almost always works. Yeah, Bright Shadow learning that.
Yeah, so unfortunately there is some screen shake in this game. I did tell the players about it.
Yeah, it's fine. If you don't like the screen shaking, then you don't have to look too closely here. It's annoying. The Patman noting that you have to hit the very top of each face. Thank you so much there. I do want to give a shout out to the referees who are helping to track this match, by the way, because we've got Hazel Dog washed up on the shore. We've got Kessin Chu was bewildered by the Game Gear as a child. Also Donkey Kong parking meter pinball. We've got Redford got a fish attached to his foot. Ow, ow, ow. And Alapex's face is 11 pixels. Finally, Buster Curry, Beach Surfer Girl. Ooh.
Oh,
That sounds pretty great.
And Donkey Kong is clearly a green dog enjoyer, because you would only know skateboarding pinball if you have seen this game before or played it.
Everybody,
and
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, and I do think at least one player, if not multiple, will make it to that section.
I think so. I'll get the tracker up in just a second so y'all can see it. Otherwise, hopefully you're just enjoying these beeps and boops and, all the surfing that goes along with it, which is none. I love that it's the beach surfer dude. I mean, and it takes that quite literally. You are beached. You never surf.
Yeah.
You only ride a skateboard.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can believe he's a surfer, but yeah, like the
hair.
franchise
That's not a hat.
is like I think it's a surfboard franchise from back in the 80s and 90s. And that's what this game is based on. And I guess Green Dog was their mascot.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it was based off of the owner of the store or something like that. I gotta find
And
it.
speaking of skateboards, Rinoko is on his first skateboard section. Now, the skateboard sections are really awkward to control because you just have a bunch of momentum and you can like speed up and slow down, and then there's bouncy things like that
Yeah.
will impede your progress.
Now I'm taking a look at Wikipedia. Somebody called this game a clone of Pitfall that suffers from poor character design. What the crap are you even talking about? That's stupid. It's nothing like Pitfall.
Yeah, it's really nothing like Pinfall. And Rinoko is getting a little taste of the game's trolling with the springs that vault you into pits.
Well, we've got 3 players on the skateboarding. Oh, Bright Shadow! Ooh, yeah, you gotta watch out for the springs here because these are the things that will get you killed. Yeah, this is Skateboard Nightmare number 1, which is more an introduction to skateboarding. But except for does this have the jump, or is it later that the jump is coming?
Oh, the jump is in World 3, which Rinoko
gotcha.
just got into. And it's in 3 too.
Rinoko is in the lead. Very nice.
Yeah. Or what would be considered level 5, according to our refs.
Yeah, don't worry. Bright Shadow and Yagamoth will get there pretty soon. The first skateboarding level, as long as you can figure out the one jump that Yagamoth just did, the rest of the level is relatively trivial. Just don't touch too many sprites. Yep, that's what I'm saying now. Unfortunately, Yagamoth is out of health. Yeah.
Spritey spikes.
Spritey
Oh,
spikes.
no.
Ah! Yeah.
So it's worth noting in the underwater levels, and which Bright Shadow is now going into too, you have limited oxygen.
Oh yeah,
now, if you
I
really
forgot
hurry
that.
up, or you get lucky, you can just get some oxygen or just kind of rush through the stage. But if you're not aware of it, which there's not a whole lot of reason that they would be, they will eventually run out of oxygen, and then you just die.
The oxygen bubble color shows you... and we're getting an experience with Rinoko, which is another form of the big suck, as we like to say here.
Oh, yeah.
Which I
forgot
want
about
you to
that.
note, the first time it happens to Bright Shadow, pay attention to the music, because you all will be very happy. Should happen after these fish. Oh, and the sand shark. Don't forget the sand shark. Okay, right here. The big question is...
Whoa!
The music just stops, and it's the little things that matter in life, you know?
It really is. It's in the details. Also, Yagamoth. Also... in 3-1. So 3-1 is when this game starts getting mean. It doesn't have the jump or the Dowolf Memorial jump that I'm talking about, but it does have a series of jumps that you need to make toward the end that are really difficult. And you have to be very patient.
Yeah.
And the players will inevitably die at least a couple of times to this jump, most likely.
Yeah. Honestly, I just... Oh, Yagamoth getting the big suck. Oh, yeah.
A big suck.
The thing is, what you need to do in order to get past the big suck, rather than jumping at the right time, is pay attention to the seaweed down below. Because there is an indicator, as Bright Shadow is seeing, that the big suck is currently sucking, and then when the seaweed goes down, you are safe to walk.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Codeman is correct. The floor effect in this level would be pretty cool if it just didn't cause the entire level to lag.
By the way, thank you so much for the raid there. Welcome on in, Say and crew, to Green Dog, the beach surfer dude, for Game Gear. Yeah, right now, 2 players will be eliminated from Kusogrande and 2 will be moving on. Those are the stakes. Bright Shadow, unfortunately, getting a big suck.
Yeah, and you go way back when that happens.
Oh,
By the
into
way,
clam.
that concept, this isn't the last stage it's going to happen. And when it happens, in the next stage it occurs, it's even worse.
Oh, no, it's even better. What are you talking about, Mike? It's so good.
Oh, true, it's even better. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is Kusogrande. Renoko is on to the turtle section, which is the worst section of this level.
This is the jumps those are the jumps that I'm talking about. So, despite Z.JPEG being a bit behind the others, we're really not that far into this match, and it's really going to be down to how quickly they can clear World 3.
Yeah, for sure.
So Z.JPEG is definitely not out of the running by any means.
Oh, apparently the surfer that this is based off of is American surfer Rick Green. Who is Rick Green? I don't know. He's a surfer. That's cool. Yeah. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. Rick Green, surfer. And it turns out that the best pictures to find him from are related directly to Green Dog, the beach surfer dude. Maybe he wasn't that well known, but, you know, he had funny hair, and you might as well make Green Dog have pretty good hair as well. Although there are certain pictures of Green Dog that indicate that that he wears a hat. I don't know. It's confusing. But I'm just based off of the picture of this dude, I would wager that it's his hair. Just like, look at this. Look at how big that hair is. It's billowing.
That is some 80s surfer hair right there.
Oh, yeah. I
love how he's holding
honestly.
a copy of the Genesis version, too.
Yeah, well, don't hold the Game Gear version, trust me.
Yeah, it'll probably make his surfer slower and worse.
Ooh, Novasol is noting that it said that there were 5 credits, so that's something for the players to pay attention to. Honestly, it means that they probably want to be a little bit more careful, because if you run out of credits and go back to the beginning, that is a lot of time lost, and it will probably happen in the back half of the match, so you do not want to run out of credits. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody is noting that the turtle swam into the death plane. That's the thing, like these turtles, if you stand on them for just a second too long, you're dead. Like Bright Shadow right there.
Yeah. And everyone gets got by that. I got, we all get got. And Renoko, you know, was patient around the pipe, good, or else they would have had to do the whole section again. And this is where the match kind of starts.
Welcome to the nightmare.
It's down to this one jump. I think it's right by that... No, I don't think it's that patch, per se. I think it's right here. And let's see how Renoko does the first time.
Oh, of course, the dagger.
Oh, did it make it?
Okay.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's the jump. The thing is, like, you have to pay attention to the dissolving blocks and get a big jump,
Yeah.
because if you don't get the high jump right there, you will fall down to the enemies below, which I believe that you have to go down there at some point in order to fight the enemies, because if you don't, there's going to be a door blocking your way. This level's a small nightmare.
Yeah. Radamaford, how do you even know that part of the pit hurts you? Trial and error.
Yep.
The Kuso way.
Welcome to Kusogrande. Honestly, death planes, when you're dealing with 8-bit systems, they're a bit of a nightmare to actually program in a way that feels fair. Trust me, I'm working on that right now with my game, Mike. And still, I occasionally have it so that, like, there are people who occasionally fall through the death plane and land at the bottom, and they're like, I'm not dead. and they can keep playing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to get that sorted out. It's just limitations. My God, they're hard.
Yeah.
Dad, thank you for supporting Yagamoth. You are always welcome to shout support for different players here. Do remember, though, that there are some people who are better known and less known, so you are more than welcome to shout for whoever makes a good move if you're enjoying what they're doing. Or if they make a silly move and die in a funny way, you can always say that. It's appreciated. Renoko trying to make that jump again, but unfortunately got the low jump. So how do you determine if you're going to get a high jump or a low jump in this?
I have no clue.
Perfect. And it appears that Zed
lucky.
is starting to catch up as
And
well.
Yeah. And don't get hit by the dagger. Oh, Bright Shadow made the jump.
Good, Bright
And
Shadow.
they're waiting. The problem is, okay, Bright Shadow got oxygen. That's good.
Good. I think
They
Bright
were
Shadow
low
is
on
aware,
oxygen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Yagamoth, I think this is the stupid final jump, and you're probably gonna die. Yep. Okay, and now we are on. Bright Shadow is on to the lag fest. This level is so bad when it comes to lag. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
it really is. And the thing is, I mean, the parallax scrolling is kind of impressive, but not at the cost of the speed. So what you really don't want to do is get hit by a dagger or be caught on a dagger when you're making these jumps, or it's more likely that you won't be able to jump high.
Yeah, I think, like, it might have to deal with pushing up while jumping, but I'm not 100% sure. Bright Shadow getting the big jump over there, getting a little oxygen. That helps. Oxygen is good. Big jump.
Big jump. Okay, okay. Will they make it? No!
Oh, yeah. Bright Shadow
Okay,
made
they're through.
the worst jump in this level, I think. But
they died because the dagger.
yeah, that's
Or maybe it was the
understandable.
oxygen. I can't tell.
Well,
Well,
one or the other, I don't know.
Well, let's see if lightning can strike twice.
Yeah, people are noting that the soundtrack is pretty good. For I don't know. I've heard better instruments on Game Gear. Like, the tunes are a bop, but the Game Gear could do somewhat better instruments.
I don't know. You know, as someone who will defend the Genesis and sound chip, I really have no defense for the Master System and Game Gear sound chip. And it does look like Bright Shadow has had no problem with that jump, so
Yeah.
whatever's bothering the other players, it's not bothering Bright Shadow.
It's the inconsistency of the jump, at least the perceived inconsistency. If you can figure out how to make it consistent, then you are probably going to be fine. Bright Shadow, though, wondering if throwing the frisbee into the mouth worked. It did. If you walk to the left, which Bright Shadow will, and then fall down, it should be open. Are you going to fall? Yep. There we go.
Yep.
However, your oxygen, okay, good. A little oxygen right there. The little piles of dirt or hay or whatever, I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
It looks like hay. Those
Yeah,
are
exactly.
what matter.
Hay water, or water hay.
Yeah, hey, water. What are you doing down here, huh? Okay, luckily there is a spring to get Bright Shadow back up. I think Bright Shadow was trying to avoid that oxygen just so that, you know, he could get it later on, because, you know, you don't, it doesn't regenerate during the level. You're gonna have to, like, rely on the different oxygen things here. And if you end up using all of the hay piles too early, you're just not gonna be able to breathe. Yeah, if y'all didn't know, take some alfalfa to the ocean. You're gonna be fine.
Alfalfa.
Yeah.
Okay. Renoko only has the final jump. Let's see. Oh no, they didn't jump high! I think it also has to do with being able to walk a bit before your jump, because that's what Bright Shadow is able to successfully do.
Yeah. Do 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 do. So good. So, if people are wondering, you know, we don't necessarily have the Game Gear manual, but there is, of course, the Genesis version with the manual. And because of that, we might be able to have a little lore. Let me see if I can pull this up here.
Yep.
Because it's important. This is the 90s. And because of that, it's going to read very much like it's from the 90s.
Exactly.
Beached and bewitched. Let me scroll in. As if Green Dog was styling under a killer wave, beached himself. Oh my gosh. Green Dog was styling until a killer wave beached him. And somehow during the shore pounding, a strange pendant got stuck around his neck. Is this a bogus dream or the start of an excellent adventure? Yeah, okay, I get the references. Listen up, dude. Yeah. The pendant has a curse, but you can solve it. All you have to do is find the 6 pieces of the surfboard of the ancients. They were hidden long ago by the Aztecs somewhere in the Caribbean. Full-on weirdness. Green Dog is totally cool, but when he's wearing the pendant, everything and everybody else gets way squirrely. And even attacks, like the crazed crabs, the loony tourists, and the saber-swinging skeleton pirate man-o-bones. Not to worry, Green Dog's got an awesome flying disc, and he can still carve on his skateboard, inline skates, and pedal copter. He even scuba dives. He's a true sunseeker on a dangerous mission in the most excellent vacation land on Earth. So chill, dude, and start shredding. Okay, I don't think even in the Genesis version you do any surfing, so it just lies. No, Bright Shadow got game over.
Yeah, I'm really curious if they have to start that level all over.
I think so.
And if they do, will they still be consistent, or will they learn of the pain? Maybe they just have a consistent method that just works, and they just won't have to confront the jump.
Okay, Yagamoth, woo! Getting across the jump there.
Very nice, very nice.
Unfortunately, not getting rid of the dagger.
Okay.
You gotta watch out for the daggers. If you get stabbed, you lose so much health. I believe that you can wiggle in order to get the daggers off. Nobody has really been doing that, though. Remember, wiggling when you are a surfer is your biggest strength. There we go. Bright Shadow wiggled the dagger off. Wanted to make sure that he got oxygen, which is fine. You want to be able to breathe. Underwater is scary.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be able to breathe underwater. Just because he's a surfer doesn't mean he's a merman.
Yeah. Do you think beach surfer dudes can just breathe out their gills? No way. We've got noses just like you.
So Clades is calling you out.
Oh.
So, surfers can wiggle, but if a cow does it, you get upset.
Yeah, but if you give me 100K, we've talked about this. I'll speedrun Milk Run. It's only an unreasonable bribe, which maybe you can talk me down to about half that cost, but I would still do it. Well, yeah, 50K. If you give me 50K, I'll speedrun Milk Run. How about that? That's not 50K bits. We're talking about money, dollar, okay? It's a dollar sign next to it. Though I'd probably do it for 50,000 bits as well. Let's be reasonable here. Ooh, the music got super crispy there for a second. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, whatever Bright Shadow is doing, he is consistently clearing that jump with no issues. And will fortunately be oblivious to the pain. But one point of pain that he will not be oblivious to, if he manages to beat this boss, is skateboard and pinball is coming up in the next stage.
The Crow Phoenix, thank you so much for the gift subs. Muchas gracias. Honestly, makes a huge difference, helps to support me, and, you know, I do give out generally over $2,000 worth of prizes are offered in Kusogrande, so it is very, very welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my god, the music is so crispy. This is like...
It's so crunchy.
Yeah, it's like if it's coming through Discord. What's happening?
Exactly. It's like Robo Voice Discord.
That's what lag does to Green Dog. I love that we're saying, like, Discord audio quality worse than Game Gear, but let's be real. It's kind of true sometimes.
And suddenly our Discord call disconnects.
They're listening.
Well, Yagamoth, I think, is getting up to the boss soon.
I believe so.
It's funny because
right here should spawn.
Yeah.
Perfect. However, you want to leave that oxygen until later so that you actually have the time to fight the boss, unless you just tank hits and crouch shoot the entire time. Just crouch and shoot. Just crouch and shoot. Or just do this.
Just go for the unpleasant shaking effect. Just do it.
Yep, you need to... Okay, there we go. Yagamoth. Just crouch and shoot. You got one hit.
Yeah, you got... I know he knows, so...
Yeah, you beat the first boss.
Beat the first boss.
The bubbles are gonna start turning red, though, and that's when you know Green Dog is almost dead. Why do you walk in underwater in these games? Like, this generally isn't how people move underwater.
No,
I don't know.
It's not. And also, Renoko did make the jump, but he died.
No, Renoko!
Yeah, and Bright Shadow, ironically, is having no trouble with that jump, but they're just having trouble with enough health to get through the stage. And uh-oh, we're getting the red bubbles on Yagamoth's side.
I see Yagamoth starting to panic. I think Yagamoth realizes I'm almost dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really notice the bubble color too much until later, because I'm colorblind.
Yeah. Yep, and that's the oxygen.
Luckily, you get to start on the boss again. Do not get the oxygen until when you really need it. Yagamoth just trying to be up in the boss's gills. Okay, that works. It's dealing damage. And if
that's good.
If the projectiles don't hurt you too much, just tank it. That's probably the best idea here.
Yagamoth is pausing to check his health.
Yep.
I don't think he's getting hit at all, so he's good.
Yeah, Yagamoth should be through in just a second, which means I want to change audio over to Yagamoth because I know what's coming up next.
Exactly. We need that audio.
That is not the correct
audio.
There we go.
Put Yagamoth in the lead. So this stage has really not too many sprites and effects slowing you down, so it pretty much runs at full speed, but you just get bounced back by the parking meters.
It's my favorite stage.
It's such a classic. It's such a classic.
Oh, yeah.
And they just combo you. Like, you do have control over the skateboard. Like, it's not an auto-scroller, but, like, it's so hard to control the momentum when you're getting knocked back that usually you just get comboed by the parking meters.
It's... Oh, yeah, like, they...
Okay. He managed not to get comboed, but now he fell down. So it's really not Yagamoth's fault that he's fallen into that manhole 3 times. This game does have a tendency to drop inputs from time to time.
Yeah. Oh.
I know. Shocker. For a game with this much lag, it drops inputs.
Yagamoth checking on health fairly regularly. Oh, a very good job not getting super comboed. What? Okay, Yagamoth is playing this... like, not trying to have fun, but trying to beat it. Which I can appreciate.
You know, what is this?
Yeah, how dare people play Kusogrande in a way where they want to beat it?
They want to win.
Ah, yes!
You know what the best part is? No matter what manhole you get, you go back all the way to the start.
Oh my god. Oh, we have got the big suck, everybody.
So
We're
good.
getting the combos. Just wait, there's one really good combo that y'all are gonna enjoy between a parking meter and a manhole.
It's not just fighting games that have combos.
Yagamoth getting the managed to get out of the combo. Not this time though.
Oh no.
Okay, we're here. Oh!
So here's the other thing. Those birds are just slowly chipping away at his health.
Yep. It's very slow damage, but it's there. Yagamoth will probably die before making it to the checkpoint at this point, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's so good, just jumping straight into the hole. I love this game so much. This is why the skateboarding section is sometimes in gauntlets, because it's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. And really, no one beats it quickly.
Yeah, it's very difficult to get out of this combo. There we go, Yagamoth doing it. Unfortunately, getting damage from the bird corpse, I think.
Yeah, and he lost his frisbee, so he has no way to hit the birds, and he'll die in one hit.
Death by manhole, that is rare. At least in this game.
Yeah, the worst part about that combo is that if you're not jumping, which usually gets you bounced, you have a tendency to just fall in the manhole and go back to the beginning of the stage. So there's like no winning.
Time to go back, Yagamoth. Nope. Goodbye. Yeah, parking meters, by the way, if do not run into a parking meter in real life, this will happen to you.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get bounced back a comical amount.
Yeah, although if you're trying to go back home, maybe you should get hit by a parking meter, you know? It's great strategy for life. Free quick travel. Oh, there we go! Yagamoth passed.
There we go.
Oh.
Nope. Okay.
Do. No, stop it, Yagamoth, stop it.
So, if I'm not mistaken, I think Renoko's almost getting to...
This is right before the
third
boss. Yeah. Now, Bright Shadow did make it there before. Bright Shadow might be able to get there soon, but yeah, the boss, just gotta remember how you fought the first boss because it's the same. Oh, and Yagamoth got to a checkpoint. Very nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know these plants grew. That's cool. I just thought they were weird shrubs.
Okay, Yagamoth playing very smart there.
Okay, luckily...
Not getting in the manhole, because that might be a checkpoint, but those manholes will always take you back to the same spot. And
I really hope we see that at least once.
Yeah.
Because, like, here's the deal. Even if you get knocked back to the beginning, or go back to the beginning from a manhole, you will still have the checkpoint ahead of you. So, yeah, that's why I'm cheering for the manhole to win today.
Yeah, we're always cheering for the manhole. But Yagamoth's pretty close to the end. I think he got past the infinite combo area.
Yeah! Yagamoth is through. Amazing effort there. And we're on to the subway, which... This level can't... I think it has its own challenges. It can be difficult.
Yeah.
Ooh, homing
this is
frisbee? Okay.
Definitely... I don't know if maze-like is the right word, but it has multiple levels.
Progress in certain areas as well. Okay, gotta get past the stinky boys. I do think, if I'm not mistaken, there might be some racism in this, so, mind you, it's the 90s, so don't blame me.
Yeah.
Blame the developers.
Blame the 90s. Exactly. So Renoko's almost done with the third boss, so he'll be going into skateboarding pinball, and that's the third boss done.
Yeah! Renoko gonna enjoy life in hell.
Yep.
Which, honestly, some people manage to get very quickly, and some people struggle with the skateboarding for a long time. I think I struggled with it a lot because I wanted to go fast, and if you want to go fast, you're not going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. I do remember I was playing this at RPG Limit Break, and that's kind of how I discovered this game for Kusogrande, and we were all laughing so hard at the pinball.
It's
the skateboarding
so
pinball.
good. No! Rinoko, no!
No! This is a game you don't want warp pipes, or I should say warp manholes.
Shentalk, indeed. Shentalk in chat saying, glad you
Yeah.
still remember my Game Gear shenanigans, and those were
Shouts
great
to-
times, yeah.
Yeah, shouts to Shentalk for the Game Gear flash card.
No! Rinoko, no! Ah!
Oh no.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in the community who are either still around these days or are long gone who had a huge influence on Kusogrande and different things that appear. So, you know, even those who aren't mentioned all the time, they are still very much appreciated. And it's weird now that we have this weird amalgamation of knowledge with bad games. It's hard to remember where every piece came from, but I'm glad that we occasionally can remember that.
Yep.
Rinoko doing the infinite. Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Getting
okay.
out of it. Good. Nope, never
Good.
mind.
Oh no!
Back to the infinite. Okay.
So, it's worth noting that Bright Shadow is also in skateboarding hell, so...
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Rinoko
definitely-
managing to get out of it. Woo!
We definitely have a race. Even though Yagamoth has a pretty good lead, that doesn't necessarily mean he's won the match already, because... And I will say this, because Yagamoth has... I'm not saying the rest of the game is easy, but he probably got past the two worst areas of the game, so there is actually a small chance he could beat this game.
I would agree, and honestly, once you get past skateboarding hell, there's one more skateboarding level that can be a challenge, but I do not find it as difficult. Like, I don't see any really big walls, and for somebody who's very good at platformers like Yagamoth, I expect Yagamoth to take the victory here at this point, now that he's at the subway. I'll be shocked. It could happen. Somebody could come back.
Even if the not-so-bottomless pit is kind of destroying him right now.
Yeah, it's like, it doesn't look like it's a bottomless pit. It just looks like a part in the subway, but Kill Plane is very much there.
I have even better news. Everyone has made it. Skateboarding pinball.
Yes! Zed! Into the manhole for the first time. Always good to see. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing with Kusogrande. Like, whenever we get past round 2, you really start seeing everybody pretty good at playing these games. Like, mind you, like, there are some people who enter Kusogrande more to have fun than anything else because they're like, I know I'm not going to win, and I love it. Everybody should play. But, you know, there are people who do surprisingly well despite them not, like, expecting to. And then there are people who are like, yeah, I'm a speedrunner and I have, like, won these tournaments before. You've got a whole slew of people coming in, and it's exciting to see certain groups, especially later on, doing better than we've seen before. And I think that that's the case with Green Dog here, that people are doing exceptionally well.
Yeah, I think in the previous matches I've seen, I think most people got stuck on skateboarding pinball.
Yeah. By the way, this was developed by Sega Interactive Development, or Interactive Designs. They were in California, made other games like... Oh, there are some games that you know, Tailspin for TurboGrafx. You know,
Oh,
yeah.
that is a game of all time.
RoboCop for Apple II, Garfield Caught in the Act, which I believe we have a speed runner here. Oh, wait, they made Sonic Spinball? Okay. Yeah. Wait a second, I think we talked about this company, like, not too long ago.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, they show up every once in a while. It's like, honestly, they've done a decent number of games, especially ports. Shentalk is saying probably all the Game Gear versions, and that is not a surprise.
Yeah.
Mystery Funhouse, thank you as well for the raid. We've got this mystery race going on with Green Dog. Only difference is that we cap it at an hour so that, you know, there's an end.
So there is another game that Codeman38 said they worked on that has also appeared in Kusogrande, and that is Darkwing Duck for the TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah, and let's say that game is infamous.
Yeah, like, it's infamous among TurboGrafx 16 or PC Engine fans.
Yep.
And
Or people
probably
who
not
were
as much in the Kuso community, but yeah.
A little
Maybe it'll be
bit,
some
like,
interest,
because there were
yeah.
some popular streamers who did play Darkwing Duck. I think that AVGN covered that, and because of that, it's a little more well-known. Mind you, I don't think he covered it in the early days. I think it was a little bit of a later video. I swear that sometimes they watch Kusogrande. Because every once in a while, they have games that I'm like, okay, like, yeah, we've had them in Kusogrande, and, like, nobody else talks about this. But they still haven't done Athena. I'm waiting until AVGN does Athena, and then I'll say that he's played a bad game.
True, Athena is so... I will say it's a miracle that both you and Dragon Dark finished that race.
Both times, Mike. Both times we raced it in GDQ, we beat it, which is unbelievable. And not only that, but first time it was within 10 seconds of each other, second time within 1 minute of each other. What? Yeah, it's a miracle. You know what? The second time I raced it at GDQ, I hadn't beaten it any time that I was practicing. Not a single time. But I beat it on stage, and that's what matters.
Exactly. Yeah, meaning that Athena is a 100% consistent game.
Yeah, I mean,
Facts.
It's kind of funny. Like, whenever I'm practicing for a marathon, I suck so bad. Like, every run is like the most garbage run that I could possibly have, and just weird things happening. And then I'm like, yeah, okay, I've practiced for the marathon. Let's go. And then the marathon goes okay. I get reverse marathon luck, Mike. It's weird.
Hey, better to have reverse marathon luck than marathon luck.
I know, except for the one Rambo run that I did, but whatever. Okay, Yagamoth clipping through stairs. Always nice to find a small little exploit, and yeah, he's definitely learned how to wiggle bats off. Bats, piranhas, daggers, they're all the same. There's very little difference between these creatures.
Mythical 9, they are indeed parking meters.
Yes. Every time Green Dog's butt touches one, he loses a quarter. Which is why he takes damage. Yagamoth is through the subway onto the sewer.
Yeah, the final section of this stage.
Yeah. Oh my god. One thing you might have noticed that we didn't talk about is that everything behaves like squares, even the ramps. And that makes going up and trying to actually jump off of them a little challenging. Bright Shadow all the way! All the way to the beginning! Oh! You love to see it!
Yeah, but there is good news for someone because Renoko made it to 4-2.
Zed!
Or level 8.
All the way! It's so far, Mike! Yeah,
it's so far.
like Renoko could possibly move back up. Yagamoth across the alligator. Who put spikes in a subway or in a sewer? Oh no, Yagamoth lost the frisbee. It technically could have backtracked in order to pick it up, but not a huge deal. He's got a good number of lives. Okay, getting the very difficult jump over the spring. You don't want the crusher. Who puts a crusher in a sewer? Is it to crush the poop? What's going on here? Like,
Sure, poop crushing.
yeah, California,
you
invest
know-
in something else. Don't invest in poop crushers, okay?
I mean, come on, it's California. You know they're into some new agey stuff there,
You know,
so I'm
they-
sure poop crushing is a trend right
I mean,
now.
they do have like
And
the fourth
Gwyneth Paltrow's
largest.
gonna sell it to all of us for like $1,000 a crush.
They've got like the fourth largest economy in the world, the state alone, you know? So, sure, if they want to crush poop, maybe they know what they're doing. Okay. Otherwise, Renoko onto the stupid death pit that doesn't look like a pit. Unfortunately, that is a game over. Lots of continues left. Yeah, I was a tiny bit worried that, like, a lot of deaths could lead to somebody getting a full game over, but we've only ever seen somebody use 2 continues during this match. Like, it's
Yeah.
not very strict at all.
No, it's really not the continues that are going to get you. It's just the trolliness of the levels, because you have so many lives in continues that it's not really much of an issue.
Yeah. Okay, Yagamoth hit the clock out of the alligator's mouth. I'm not sure if that's required, but it's fun, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, jump on the alligator's back.
Okay.
Keep going. Good. Ooh, grabbing some food. Food is helpful.
Yeah, food
general.
is definitely helpful.
Yeah. Even if it's trash food. Trash food better than no food. Question, Mike. Have you ever eaten anything out of the trash?
Oh no, what happened to Renoko? Did
Okay, I
they
appreciate ignoring
Her game?
that. Oh no!
crash?
Renoko, what happened? Oh, Novasol is saying it gave him 2 lives but very little health. Huh, but there are garbage cans. You can eat from the trash.
Yeah. And he had more continues.
Yeah, it's... Well, he made a choice that I do not believe was a good choice. This gives the other 2 players, Bright Shadow
Yeah.
and Zed, a chance to move up from 3rd into 2nd place, which, if they manage to pass Renoko's high spot, they will stay in Kusogrande. That's really
Yeah,
important because only 1st and 2nd will be moving on.
Yeah. Yeah, if they can get past the not so bottomless pit with the floating with the platform that goes left and right, they have a chance. And Z.JPEG is actually pretty far into this stage. They have to be really careful about the last manholes, though.
I asked you a question
And
that
they're-
you seemed
they're-
to avoid earlier, which was, have you ever eaten anything out of the garbage?
Wait, what?
That's my question for you.
I don't think so.
I don't think I have either.
I mean, there are people who go like dumpster diving in like grocery store. Oh no!
Oh, death to fish. Oh no, Zed.
Z.JPEG also reset.
Okay, Zed's like, well, that's it for me. That stage was driving me mad anyway.
Okay.
Just to check, did you choose to reset? I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Renoko is saying no. Huh.
Oh. The game did it crash?
Does it lie about how many continues you have?
Maybe.
Oh, Zed hit... I think Zed hit no by accident, or hit a reset by accident. Oh, did you bind reset? Oh, no.
Okay, they both hit reset by accident.
Both of them bound
That's
reset
unfortunate.
to a button on their controller. Okay, everybody. If you're in Kusogrande...
Yeah, don't do that.
And BizHawk has an option to bind reset. You can do it, but do not put it on your controller. Okay, put it on the keyboard where you're not going to hit it. Because otherwise, you may end up in a situation like those two, which is not great. But Renoko still might stay in Kusogrande despite that.
I think... Oh, Bright Shadow's going all the way back. That's very bad.
No! Bright Shadow still has a chance to move into second.
I don't know if he can make it now, because, oh no, I think he was at the very end,
The
too.
thing is,
Oh,
Bright Shadow
no.
did get a checkpoint. So what Bright Shadow should do is die as soon as possible. Get returned to the checkpoint. If this isn't his last life, if it is his last life, then heck, get a game over and start this level over.
Yeah. Oh, that is rough, because I think that means that Renoko's spot in second is secure.
I think that is the most likely assessment.
Yeah.
There is a... Oh, Yagamoth onto the next platforming
Yeah, exactly.
level.
I was about to mention that. Yep.
Look, there's the little dog.
Exactly. It's a doggo.
Yeah, it turns out you don't have to jump in the trees despite what it looks like. Yeah, is the doggo good or bad?
I have no clue.
Same. I don't know.
I will be honest with you, it's been a little while since I played this game, and this game was a backup for me, so...
Yeah, you know, BBG submissions are open, so if people are looking for games to run, Green Dog is not that long of a game. Like, only a couple more levels, and I think Yagamoth will have cleared the game. It is certainly doable and certainly learnable before the end of the month. I know that I'm submitting Journey to the Center of the Earth DOS because I'm stupid. Okay, Yagamoth, the bird is the answer here. Yeah!
The bird is the word.
Doesn't even grab you appropriately, but it's kind of like the way that the bird grabs you on Monkey King, you know? Just kind of...
Yeah.
It's close enough.
It's a magnetic bird.
Yeah. Ooh. That implies that you are metal. Yeah, I enjoy the tunes. Everybody, feel free to check out like the developers and the different people who worked on it, because there were a lot of talented people. Even if the music I feel is a little basic, it's fine. It works for this game. I mean, like, the musician did some music for, again, Tailspin, Home Alone 2, which actually has some pretty great music, Sonic Spinball, which I think the music might be the best part of that game.
It could be.
To be fair, that's true of a few Sonic games.
Yeah. Sonic didn't have the best go of it after the Dreamcast.
That's fine. There have been some decent games since then.
That's true. Although it says a lot that the best one of the best Sonic games recently, or within the past 10 years, was essentially a fan game, because, you know, Christian Whitehead, and that looks like it is time.
Yeah, that is it for the match. All four players playing Green Dog, the beach surfer dude, but Yagamoth takes the win, making it all the way to level 11. Renoko, level 8. You know what? Bright Shadow made it there right at the end, but not enough progress. thus putting Bright Shadow in 3rd place and Zed in 4th. All players at least making it to the nightmare that is skateboarding. That is always good to see. Not beating it, I'm not surprised that at least one person didn't beat it, because, oh, that skateboarding is bad. And by bad, I mean the best thing in video games, okay? I love it. I love, like, Bright Shadow's like, thank God, thank Frog, I got through that stupid skateboard stage before time. That was making me so angry. And yeah, everyone's like, yeah, it was bad. He's a cool surfer skater, dude. Sort of, yeah. Hello, Yagamoth. Welcome and congratulations. You have taken the victory, absolutely demolishing this game, making it all the way to level 11, 3 stages further than anybody else. Great job.
Oh, wow. I didn't actually expect to win this one because I felt like I played way too cautious. Thank you.
Honestly, I think the caution helped. Yeah, what were you going to say, Mike?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. In fact, I think the fact that you played so cautiously is what got you through skateboarding pinball so much more quickly than the other competitors.
Oh, I love that stage so much.
Oh dear. That was more quickly. I felt like I was just getting sent back to the beginning so many times.
Yeah, it's really easy to feel that way.
Yeah, well, you see, you missed most of the worst manholes at the very end because you were going through so cautiously. There were a few players who got caught by those manholes at the very end.
They send you
I was
all
wondering,
the way.
Oh God.
I was
wondering that they would do that.
They all go back to the beginning, even if you get a checkpoint.
So if you hit a checkpoint and then go all the way back to the beginning, sometimes it's best to just die. But again, everything deals so little damage that if you're not close to death, it might just be worth playing and trying to get back to where you were. Because otherwise, just grinding out death can take so long with how little damage the birds do. Anyways, you did really well.
Thank you. That's kind of why I thought I was playing too cautiously, because I felt like I could have, especially in the early stages, just run straight through. But instead I was kind of wondering whether there would be some power-ups that would help, like invincibility or other stuff. But I couldn't really make heads or tails as to how I got the extra lives, to be completely honest. Is that point-based or something?
Oh, they're extra lives? That's cool.
I think there are extra lives. Yeah, I don't know. The items are weird in this game because you have to pause the game and then use them. I don't remember what they all do.
You have to use them? I never actually realized that.
You can use items?
Yes.
Okay, I've seen this multiple times. Multiple times, Yagamoth. I didn't know that.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, I honestly love a lot of things about this game, despite how janky it is. Like, I think that it still is endearing in a way, personally. I don't know, what are your thoughts about it? You certainly had an experience with it.
Yeah, let me put it this way. This is one of those games that I would kind of probably more shuffle over to the bad category, mostly because of the skateboard stages. Like some of the other stuff where like the camera follows you when you jump so you can't see where the moving platform is, that's also not that pleasant. But for the most part, it's one of those games where I feel like there's a certain enjoyment in mastering the jank, if you will. Like, at some point you kind of start getting the hang of as what you cannot do. So there is, at least the game has that going for it.
Oh, yeah. I pretty much agree as well. It's like, even with the bad, which is the skateboarding, I feel like it's so jank and rough that it almost wraps around to being fun for me. Like, I enjoy playing that.
Yeah, I really don't get how the acceleration works. Sometimes I tap the button and my guy just took off. Other times it took 3 seconds until he was at maximum speed. The jumping off the ramps, I don't get at all. Are you supposed to time your jump? Are you supposed to hold the jump button before the ramp? Or how are you supposed to get enough air time to clear some of these gaps?
That's a great question. I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, someone in chat is saying that they love the instinct that you had after getting sucked into the first pipe was to try and go back into it, and I think that is pretty hilarious because it's like, I wish you could, but this game is just like there to troll you with, like, every level seems like it has at least one thing that's a bit of a troll, and I don't hate it for that. I think that if it didn't have stuff like that, it might just feel a little bit too mediocre, but there are times that I openly laugh out loud while playing this whenever I play it, and it's sort of that joy of jank and badness that really keeps this coming back, because it's an experience every time.
Yes, honestly, it made me laugh a few times when I was in that skateboard stage, jumped down the manhole, got sent all the way back to the beginning, which I didn't quite expect, because I felt like, oh, surely there's just some checkpoint somewhere, but no. But then it takes forever until this game scrolls all the way to the left. Honestly, I could laugh at it. I didn't get stuck for long enough for it to be frustrating, so I guess I got lucky.
Yeah. So you actually got past some of the worst parts of the game, and you were pretty far into the game. There's actually only 6 worlds, and you were in World 5.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
All right.
So, yeah, definitely a reasonable chance that you could beat it in the near future. Well, thank you so much, Yagamoth. What are you doing these days that people should know about? Are you streaming over on your own channel, doing anything exciting?
Streaming, yes. I do still stream. Old games, new games, RPGs, challenge runs, that kind of stuff. Usually just keeping it very, very comfy. I'm actually not entirely sure what I should be streaming next, to be honest, but let's put it this way, it's always going to be nice, laid back and comfy.
Yeah. You've got that voice that even if it's a super adrenaline pumping game, like, it's the chillest stream ever. And I love it. Well,
thank you.
Yeah, so thank you, Yagamoth. Mike, what about you? What would you like to plug? I know that you've got some stuff.
Yeah, I'm doing that Sega 700 challenge that I mentioned, that you mentioned earlier in this stream. It's on my stream. The storm seems to have gone away, so I'll probably end up starting the stream probably pretty soon. And if you want to see the list of games I'm going to play, I'll link it in chat. Here you go. Here's the Sega 700 list, and so far I've beaten 4 games, which I feel like is pretty good for, about 5 hours and, 2 days in. It's a very long-term challenge. It's going to take years.
Yeah, and that is fine. Feel free to check that out, everybody. It is a lot of fun to see people doing challenges like that. Hopefully it goes well for you, Mike, and that you don't get stuck too early on a game, You tend to do pretty well.
If I might real quick chime in,
yes.
Are there games you're looking forward to getting for that list?
There definitely are. I don't want to mention them too much because I'm doing the same thing as Spike does with his SNES Mania, where we do fantasy, where people guess like what score I'm gonna give a game. So I don't want to outright say what the games are, but there's definitely some games even coming up fairly soon, but especially in the 1993 and 1994 Sega Genesis games. There's definitely a bunch in that era that I'm looking forward to playing.
Oh, it's gotta be what's in the 93 era. Okay, taking a look. I know it's going to be toys.
You got me.
Yeah,
you got me. I love Robin Williams. What can I say?
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Actually, Mike's favorite game.
Also, Super Highlight is pretty early in the list, so I'm looking forward to playing that.
Yeah.
And Ernest Evans
is a very interesting one.
Is not too far down the list either. Yeah, Super Highlight. It's the game where they went, can we? And they did it. But they never asked, should we? And they did it anyway.
Well, that is it for today. Everybody, do we have a raid message? We're gonna go, I believe, raid Okami of Games. She's currently playing the shuffler that I developed a while ago. It's been somewhere around 5 years, and she is currently playing through various games. We can just rate about the big suck because, yeah, Okami definitely knows about it. Oh, with the spaces, big suck. Perfect. Go talk about the big suck, and we will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern with more Kusogrande. So see you then, friends. Otherwise, thank you for all of the support, and I will see y'all later. Take care. Bye, Mike. Bye, Yakanoff.
Goodbye.
Woo! Crap, I forgot to be ready to hit the raid button. Where is it? Go away.